What's up, everybody?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight? Oh, hell, we got an echo.
You got an echo?
It's just on my end. I think it's me overbearing you. Hold on.
How's everybody doing?
That's better.
Sorry, we're late because of me. I was on my way up to Shaver. So sorry, everybody, for that.
He's not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us.
Professionals, y'all get there. There he is. Too nice of a
What's up,
day.
Ray? What's up, Plywood? What's up, Michael Wilson?
What's up, Plywood? See the Daniel,
What's up,
Mr. The Vikings in the house.
What's up,
already?
Viking? Heck yeah.
Got Jeff S here as usual. My dude, Mike Wilson. Good Lord.
What's up, David Jeffords? Good evening. What's up, Kat?
Maloney, how's it going?
Oh, damn. Brad's in the house from Orders from Headquarters. Man, it's been a while, brother. What's going on?
Mike Hawk.
What's up, Rich?
How y'all doing on this beautiful, beautiful ass Saturday afternoon? Oh.
Cheers, everybody.
Beard Vikings a member for 2 months.
Let's go. What's up, Joe? Joe of Good Luck Workshop?
Good Luck Workshops here. By God.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's only 2 likes. So,
I know,
what's everybody getting into?
What's everybody getting into tonight? It's been a busy week, man. Shit.
Very busy week. In the shop, out of the shop, everywhere.
Yeah.
Getting some woodworking done. Where's the third nipple this week? I don't know. He might pop in. He might not. I think he's snowed in up there in somewhere. Last time I talked to him was earlier today, and he said he had a bunch of blue ice on his roof. Either it's real ice or he's selling meth. I don't know. He's Canadian, so it could be. He's Walter White in it right now. Meth. Not even once.
I think he said he was having guests over too, right? He was going to try to pop away.
Well, he went up and he put like 16 pounds of ice melt on his roof. And then the Canadian winter was like, I'll see your ice melt and look at my pecker. So it froze all of his ice melt too. What's up, New Beginnings? Chase
blue ice is from the airplane crapper.
Poland rolling bombers. Right there's a space peanut.
Hell yeah.
So weather's been pretty nice. I've been revamping the shop. Like drastically revamping the shop. I spent the majority of the past 2 days out here since I got out of school. Hung up lights like Daniel was talking about, and got the
and you got some new mics, huh?
Mics that everybody's recommending. I don't use them on the dual live streams because it causes a crazy echo, but those will be implemented tomorrow.
I stopped using them on lives too. They cause an echo pretty good, but for videos they're great.
Yeah. My videos usually come out on the weekends, and I might start doing like a turning video or a turning live on Sundays. I don't know. Jeff S., this side of my shop is completely organized right now, believe it or not. I even got all my wood organized. As messed up as that sounds, my wood's in order. Nah. But I expanded out the French cleat. I got all my hand tools hung up, everything like that. Started working on the miter station. I got it to where it's usable. It's not finished. The school gave me a cart from the old shop class they used to have that holds my planer and my joiner, and it's got wheels and it's mobile. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So it
Heck
gives
yeah,
me a
bro.
little bit
That's
more floor
awesome.
space. This whole setup that I'm sitting at right now kind of slides backwards and forwards.
Dang, my boy, my best friend Jerry's in the house. Everybody say hi to Noob Fishing 101. My boy Jerry. He's like my brother. He is my brother. What am I talking about? Say, everybody say hello to Jerry. Welcome him into the live.
Hello, Jerry.
It's going down, brother.
All right.
What does that say, Daniel?
It's a bunch of your logos.
Bunch of my what?
A bunch of your logos.
Oh shit!
Like 4 square, 2 round, 4 square, 3 round, 2 square.
Oh shit! I can't. It's coming up as like 77B on my end. Hold on, let me look at the actual YouTube chat. Maybe it's showing up different. Yeah, he is cool. That looks cool, dude.
It's pretty cool.
Sorry, it was showing up. It was showing up different on the StreamYard one.
What's up, Dylan? Hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's how I've been saying it since I started, man.
I hope it's Dylan because I've been calling him Delon.
It's Dylan or Delon.
Dylan.
It's not personal. Everyone pronounces my name wrong, so it's cool.
Hey, most of the people that know me call me Brian, dude. Hey, and I was telling somebody today, I was actually telling my wife today, this guy on my crew's name is Brian, and my name's Ryan, obviously. And my the main foreman, he calls him Ryan, and he calls me Brian. Go figure, huh? And I told him in the meeting this morning, I was like, dude, his name is Brian. My name's Ryan, bro. Rubbing elbows, baby.
All kinds of shit out here. I'm just trying to decipher it like wing names.
Oh shit, we got a guest.
Is that Hutch
What's
Woodcraft?
up? That's Moyoc.
Moyoc, holy hell.
Yeah.
Mr. Mycock himself.
Yes, sir.
The golfing dick swinger.
Everybody say hi to Moyoc.
What's up, man? It's nice to see your face for once.
What's up, man? You kicked someone's ass. Hey, you kicked someone's ass in golf today?
Well, the wind kicked my ass.
Look at what Cat said.
Mycock.
Oh man, John Ricker started this, man.
He sure did.
And of course, I know you two want to get all over that, and I was just
He called me the other night. He's like, "You fucking bastard." Just kidding.
Just kidding.
He's like, I know you didn't start that, Ryan.
Oh man.
I don't even call him Moyoc. I call him Richard, or Rich.
Yeah. Now several names.
Yeah, no.
I can't call people by their actual name until I see their face. I called Steve Honey forever until I actually started conversing with him. My wife was like, you're calling a grown man Honey, right? And I was like, yeah, it's cool. We don't touch tips or nothing.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyways. I mean, Steve's a nice guy.
But Cat is right. We do love you, Richard.
We do.
You are an amazing friend, by the way.
You're a cool feller.
I try to be.
Oh, you just are. You don't even have to try,
Yeah, I just I like to be giving if I can, and help anybody out I can, and unless you're on the golf course playing against me.
Then you're gonna tear that ass up like Kobayashi, right?
Oh yeah.
Cheers, Rich.
You don't get called anything weird. We call you all your weird shit to your face, man. It's all right. It's all out of love.
That's how family and friends do it, man.
I don't think I've called my brother anything but fuckface for the past 8 years.
Yeah, yeah.
When you guys go to family functions, do you call him fuckface?
Yeah, it's up, fuckface.
Yeah, that's
My grandpa.
my little brother. I call him pissant. So you know,
Piss.
it's just
I guess the same type of thing, same type of lingo, you know?
well, you
They
know,
might-
for him, he was in the Air Force and nothing. I'm ex-Navy, so you know, sailors are we're the king of it.
What do you got going on tonight, Rich?
Absolutely, Sand City, man. I've been working on several tables. And, lady at work wants me to make one of those wreath display things. The wreath, she's real. So that's what I've been kind of doing.
Nice. Did you go golfing today?
Like I said, the wind just beat the piss out of me. So you know, it you know, it was great when the wind's at your back. You can hit these bomb drive, but at the same time, I had a par 3 180 wind at the back, and I hit my normal 180 club like an idiot, and I sailed it right over that, right into the Jacques Cousteau Society of the pond. So lost a $5 golf ball like the Titanic.
Golf balls cost $5. Dude, I'd go fucking bankrupt.
Hey, if that was the case, you'd jump in like Happy Gilmore, right?
Dude, you find my big ass fighting off alligators getting golf balls back. I'm cheap as hell, bro.
You'd be jumping in that pond like son, bitch.
Somebody get this fat bastard out of the pond.
Hey, forget beating the alligator's ass. You're going for that ball, man, that $5 ball. You know what I'm saying? Hey, later, Mike. Mike's out of here.
Later, Mike.
Yeah, it's just but it was cold and rainy here, and got that foot of snow, which is kind of unusual for our area, like a week ago, and that was last week, and then between 70, so I'm like, yeah, I got to go golfing.
So it cleared up in a week?
Yeah, this area is one of the hardest areas to actually predict weather because we get it all. I mean, everything. And,
where are you from?
I'm in Moyock, North Carolina, which is just over the Virginia line by the Hampton Roads area.
Yeah.
I'm right near the largest naval base in the world.
Okay.
It's huge military here, but they floods because I'm right on the sound, and my area don't flood. There's other areas that go 3-4 foot underwater around here, and
wow.
I mean, they built downtown Norfolk in literally like 3 or 4 foot below sea level, like a bunch. Wonder why it floods there.
Man, in the past week and a half, we've had snow, ice, a windstorm, shit's flooded. It's been 70 degrees, and today it's back down to like 38.
No, I just
And rain out the ass.
Yeah, most of the time it's our winters are pretty mild comparatively to where you're at. But I get a lot of wind of my relation, literally right next to the water where I live, but which is nice because I get no windy all the time. So
I'm sure, dude. Yeah, it's nice.
I guess Jeff lives in the same town as I do, but he knows Shaver Lake like I do. He's saying we might get snow tomorrow. Might get snow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My wife said, "Oh, really?"
oh, wow.
Oh, really?
I know we only came up here for the night, so he's hanging out.
Like the Ohio weather is just insane.
What comedy do Don says? What comedy do we have this week? We're always having some good comedy.
It's usually just ad lib.
Ad libs, I love it.
It's kind of weird with David not being here to bash on.
He might head in. We'll see. He might surprise us.
He might. If he doesn't get iced in.
That's Timber
Yes, Timber Designs, David.
Yeah.
out in Canada.
Yeah, he's right above Buffalo, New York, in Canada.
Yeah.
And I can never. Oh,
No
damn.
comedy in my house in the videos.
Yeah, I just love.
Hey, you still have comedy with Rich around. Rich is a cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, he'll put a finger in an ass.
Damn.
You can tell by looking at the man's face he'd do it. Tell me you won't. See?
Just say,
You can't have a mustache beard like that and not do it.
Just look at Jeff. Look at Jeff put, I guess I was wrong.
Because I was wrong.
Wow, 50 turned into 5 overnight, Cat. That's crazy.
Dude, Ohio weather is something else. You have no idea. It's insane over here. You get out dressed for all the seasons on a daily basis.
yeah, I've been up
What's up,
north
John?
a couple times.
What's up, John?
My ex-wife is from New York City, so yeah, and I've been there during their snow. Like, yeah, never can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it.
Oops. Hello, everyone. And then he put this. John put this.
Spit on the curse, man. You'll be all right.
Damn,
What?
the Haktua.
What's new this week, fellas? Well, Ryan's up in Shaver. As you can tell, we got Moyak with us, or as you guys know him, Mike Hawk. I've been remodeling a shop, and unfortunately, I've been binge watching TV. I don't watch a lot of TV. I actually messaged Ryan about this last night because it bothered me so much. There's a show called The Craftsman.
I still haven't got to check it out yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
You guys, anybody in the chat, you got to check it out. It's on a Max app. I don't know what channel it normally comes on. I don't have cable. I just watch everything on the apps. But this dude's like Eric Hollenbach or something like that. And he lives in Eureka, California. He runs a place called Blue Locks Millworks or something like that. And he restores all these like Victorian pieces in these houses, like the steeples and the trim and all that, and the trolleys in this town, furniture and stuff. But he doesn't use anything modern. He does it like all with like the tools they were used with back in the day. The guy's got a lathe that's like the size of my shop. And I literally binge watched the whole season of it.
Nice.
And like he's all shaky, and like my only goal in life is to be as cool as that guy when I reach that age, if I reach that age.
I know you were. I'm looking forward to watching it because you were pretty pumped about it. I was like, what's this?
Jeff S., have you watched it? Looks like Hutch has too. Yeah, like I've been binge watching. I've watched the whole season. Like I've got another season to watch, and like, yeah, he's an Army veteran. Like the guy he's a no nonsense. You can tell he's just like one of us. He doesn't try to like church anything up for like the camera or anything like that. Apparently, like he left school whenever he was 16 because they told him he was stupid and he wouldn't like amount to anything. Joined the military, got out, because his dad died and his mom had like a mental breakdown or something like that.
Wow.
They gave him his severance check from the military. It was like $6. It wasn't enough to buy a bus ticket back, so he like hitchhiked and started a big ass company that's family owned, family ran from the ground up. And like he actually goes into stuff. Like most people, they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna go buy some wood. And we're gonna bring it back here. We're gonna cut it, and everything's gonna be great." Now, like it shows him in there bitching. He's like, "Oh, this redwood it won't rot, but this piece is twisted." And then it shows him in there like trying to half-ass and get a twist out of a piece of wood or something like that before he goes and like fires up some new like turn of the century piece of equipment. It's a pretty good show.
What's it on, like Netflix or something?
It's on the Max app. I don't know what channel it comes on, but like HBO and Max and all that.
Hey, I got that.
Yeah, look it up. It's called The Craftsman. You will not be disappointed. Like the first episode starts off kind of slow. Like he rebuilds a trolley car that he built like 30 years ago for the city. Then after that, it's nothing but straight up woodworking and restoring old stuff by hand.
I see. That's something I could watch.
It's really good. Yes. What was it? I can't remember what the machine was, but they had to put they called it a chicken board up by this thing that he had that it cuts molding in strips, and they had to make these big boards with plates on them to put behind it. They called chicken boards, and they called them chicken boards because that machine has a chance of like yeeting the blades out of it at like 100 miles an hour and throwing them back at the guy that had to work the controls behind it.
Damn.
Yeah, he's got everything rigged up. Like it's not a clean shop. His shop looks like everybody else. There's shit laying everywhere. It's covered in dust. I don't think I've seen him use a piece of safety equipment yet. He's just an old bird set in his ways, and he's all about it.
Oh man, I've seen videos of guys on the lathe with big logs spinning them at highest amount of RPMs that the lathe has, and no face shield, flip flops, and things.
Really?
In the face. I just like, come on, man. There's
it could be diff.
Hey, I've had lathe, but man, I always had a face shield. I'm ugly enough as it is. I don't need anything else busting up in my head. I've already busted my teeth out from a kickback. It's
what?
I wear that face shield. It's safe times, but hey, even if I didn't, it ain't gonna improve. So there you go.
I had a rolling pin fly off of the lathe one time and pop me in the face and knock me out. I woke up on my shop floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's not good.
Tore a thumbnail off. What's up, old Path?
Yeah, there's and but the worst that's happened to me, and besides teeth getting busted out, was I literally cut my teeth on the band's safest tool in the shop, and I was doing bowl jigs, and after each one, I'd clean the sawdust and crap out of it, the chunks, and then I was going. One kind of got hung up, and I went to push it, and I completely missed it right into the the 3/4 inch blade.
Yeah.
Came in the house, stitched it up, and went to the doctors, and they were pretty impressed with my stitching capability, but they redid it to make it look better.
Hey, you're like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, oh, that one's a little bit deep for super glue. So
yeah, dude. I remember it's crazy. I used to Mike did too. We both actually competed in strongman, and there's an event called Farmer's Walk, and you have to carry these big cylinders, right? And if they're really heavy and you have a long walk, they could tear your calluses off your hands. So I remember my first show, we had like a unlimited walk with I don't remember the weight of the farmers, but it was like unlimited, like max distance, right? So my calluses ripped off my hands, and I super glued them back on for the rest of the contest. That's the type of shit. Yeah, dude. I don't know if you ever did that, Mike, but I did that, and it's like the worst ever, because that was the first event.
I never done them on the farmer's walk, but the deadlift. I've sheared them off doing the deadlifts before.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Yeah, I don't lift weights.
I don't anymore.
I don't anymore either, dude. I did it for a long time. I just got tired of that shit.
It's way expensive to eat that much, and it caused way too many injuries.
Yeah.
Stress fractures all up and down your back and pelvis and everything else like that.
Yeah, when I tore my bicep, I said, "See ya." That is a great movie, Hutch. It's a great movie.
What movie?
Roadhouse.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, the old school.
It's a good movie to me. Yeah, the old school, not the new one.
Big ass bear got me.
So what you guys got in the pipe?
Huh?
What you got in the pipeline for some more vids?
I've got some bowl blanks glued up. I'm gonna do it's a layered bowl, but it's layered horizontally. I'm gonna use some of this barn beam oak I got, some of this cherry or walnut, and my neighbor, who's an absolute beast. He travels around. He also does a little bit of content and stuff on TikTok. He's starting up a YouTube channel, but he brought me this right here. And as soon as I figure out how to bust this down and render it out, it's going down. Anybody know what this is by the bark?
That Tamarack?
No. That is Osage orange.
Oh shit!
Yellow. Yellow as can be.
Wow.
And I think that'll contrast with the
Have you checked the moisture in it?
Yeah. We're good.
Nice.
He got it from one of the sawmills up there. It was one of the offcuts.
You're gonna have some fun, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna do oak on the sides with a probably an 1/8 inch cherry strip, 1/4 inch walnut strip, and then that Osage in the middle. Repeat it going out the other side, and then turn that just to get all the contrast and colors and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta finish off these tables this week, and I like doing segment bowls. And I had someone ask for one of my tornado bowls, so I gotta start gathering up that stuff. And you know, I don't want to say out of late. I love it so much, but I've just had these humongous table builds, and you know, in fact the one table I'm doing so big, I have to get my neighbor to come over when I flip it over, sand it, and stuff like that. Weighs 5 pounds, almost 2 inch thick solid walnut. So but I'd like, you know, I love those kind of segment bowls. I'm real big into those. So you know,
I've never made a segmented. I've always wanted to.
What's that?
I've never made a segmented bowl. I've always wanted to, but I haven't made one yet.
Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not actually. They're, I mean, not too hard. You know how many pieces, how big, and
Yeah.
I did one a couple of years ago that was just crazy, and then you know I did one time, and I was going, and of course I made a funnel out of it. That's never fun.
Blew out the bottom.
Yeah, I just and I was just like, oh boy.
So I had a piece of bog oak that a buddy of mine sent me, and he didn't tell me that it was unbelievably hard. So after sharpening my tools about 30 times in the midst of turning this piece of bog oak, I blew the bottom out of it. Yeah, so I had to remake some. What's up, honey? I see you in here, Kimber.
Kimber and Steve, what up? What up?
Oh, Steve, look right here. right beside my noggin.
Yeah, right beside his noggin.
Yeah, when I blew out the one and I brought it in, I showed the wife. She's like, "What the hell is that?" I said, "It's a lampshade." She said, "That's the ugliest son of a bitch I've ever seen him." I was like, "Well, if I thin it out, the light will come through." She goes, "Yeah, thin it out into the fire pit." I was like, "That's here." What you got going on, Ryan? Coming up?
So it's been such a busy week, and obviously I'm going to be in Shaver tomorrow. Probably no video tomorrow. Probably not going to be doing a video tomorrow. I do have one plan, which I was going to do this weekend, but it's going to have to be next weekend probably. So I'm going to do some trim and a custom apron in my bathroom from Walnut. So it's going to be pretty tricked out. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to it. I still have to design it a little bit, so that'll be next weekend, hopefully.
Yeah, I need.
And then after that, I think because I'm taking a little break from smalls for a little bit, I want to get my outfeed table built. I got to do it. That and then after that is probably going to be something from my lathe. But the outfeed table is next after I build the window apron.
So I've got a couple. I got a couple reviews I got to do.
Me too, actually.
One's my hand planes.
I got to do like a bunch of them.
I got to do the bandsaw, which is cool because I got this 4-inch barn beam that I'm going to use to cut that. That came just on the right time. I'm probably going to do a live on Sunday with me turning a couple of those bowl blanks just to see how it turns out. I'm going to wait till after Steve's done with his.
Nice.
And I'm really hoping that somebody puts an order in for a piece of furniture. I'm jonesing to build a piece of like mortise and tenon furniture here, but I can't justify it right now because I don't really have a place to put it. But if someone orders it and they're going to take it away once it's done, like I can go ham with it and just build some furniture. So I've got a few people online that's wanting to like possibly order a dining room table. So there we go.
Yeah, I got those chicken tables sitting in my great room over here. That's getting picked up. So how many people out here had chicken and love those little tables, and some other people across the states and like
no.
Not that. No. Want to buy mine? That's cool. I ain't crying here, so I'm not crying.
You sell a lot of those picnic tables?
Yeah, almost 1,000 this year. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
And
wow.
My thing is, I'm not a guy like you guys.
What's up, Conrad?
I may need to get into that because I'm internet stupid. I mean, I literally almost know how to even join your there, right?
You what?
So I said I'm internet stupid, so I don't really do YouTube videos that much. And I'd like to try and get back into that, maybe get started. And when you sent me the app to go on this live, I had to look up, like, how the hell do I do this? Because I know how to text and I know how to call. That's about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about people we've been wanting to have on, and you were definitely like a person that we've been wanting to have on for a while, so because I mean, Mike and I, we're always throwing ideas back and forth, and we're always talking about a lot of different things, and it's just really cool that a lot of people want to not only want to like join us for our lives, but like be part of the lives too. It's really special thing, and I appreciate it, and I know Mike does as well. So
not a bit. I fucking hate these people.
You know, in the, for me, it's I don't know how the hell I stumbled across Bearded Viking. I have no idea how I did that. And it was through him. That's where I met you know, the live chat and like and John Ricker and Cat and all, and it's like all these people. His channel, it might not be the biggest, but it's the one that really brought the community together channel. And to me,
yeah.
And I love him to death. I'm going down that March and April, and we're gonna go do some golf, and then we're gonna go do some together. So that's gonna be fun. So I can't wait to see that, and just go hang out with the people.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, he's an awesome guy, man. He's definitely, like I've said before, like tons of times, I can't say it enough. Like, there's nobody that's like him on YouTube. He started basically a revolution for us woodworkers and just a community that, you know, that we're not just woodworkers, we're people, and you can meet some amazing people that have a lot of stuff in common with you, and it's just a beautiful thing, you know. Really do owe him a lot, and I'm very thankful for him. He's turned into a really good friend, as has Mike, and so have you, Rich. So, and many others. You know, it's so fucking cool to me. I just kind of I gotta pinch myself every day for. I'm like, man, it's crazy that I've met so many people through this. You know, it's just cool.
Yeah, he's the only that I'm and. You know, and I enjoy it that much. And basically, it's woodworking and golf, of course. And that's the only one I'm a member of. And, you know, with that, and I wanted, you know, other people to participate. That's why I dropped them in there, man, because, you know, I want to do that. I want to do it for people. And, you know, they get that they can go to the members only page. They can go see some other things and hopefully, you know, continue to grow. And then, you know, they can make their videos. They could submit to the community, participate in the lives and stuff like that. You know, it's just like I said, I love doing things for my thing, I guess. You know, and it's awesome. And you know, I'll help someone out. But channel's the reason why a lot of that, you know, that's why, like I said, that's how I got to meet you, Ryan, and you, Mike, several other people. So, you know, it's just he's just doing great things.
Yeah, Conrad says it best too. He sure is. He does a lot of great things.
Yep. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'll say it over and over again. It wasn't even 8 months ago, man. Like I was watching his videos and I just figured I'd chime in one of the videos and I was like thinking about starting a YouTube channel. If there'd been any other YouTuber that I'd watched or anything, that'd be like, why don't you wait and start over? He was like, do it. He stopped in the middle of his live stream and was like straight up having a conversation with me. He's like, yeah, do it. Do this, yada, yada, do this. I went home. I was on vacation when I seen it. I came back that following Monday. I started filming. It was like 3 months later. I had my 1,000 subs and I was like monetized, and it's literally just been taken off from there. And that was because of him. I probably wouldn't have done it if it wasn't been for him saying it.
Well, and that's the thing. He's not. He's such a loving guy, you know, and I've talked to him, you know, or in text messaging, things like that. And his thing is, he's so above board, and he wants you, you know, succeed. He wants you to have a bigger channel than you. And at the same time, you know, he's funny as hell. I mean, let's be honest, he's funny and entertaining, but he's got a heart of gold. You know, that's what I love about him. He's not going to hold the secret or whatever. gonna open up the curtain and you're gonna see the little old man pulling the strings behind the curtain. So it's great. And, why I'm a and that, like with your videos, I could see some influence in that, and that there's nothing wrong with it, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Real great guy.
That he is.
Yes.
Man, that wind is ripping.
Got music.
That's my
Booty
mom.
call.
That's my mom, bro.
It's not a booty call. It's not a booty call. I'm sorry, Ryan's mom.
Call you back, mom.
God, I hope she's not watching this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's
there
up,
we
John?
are. What's happening?
What's up,
guys?
John? John's joining the party.
Who
This
is
is John up north.
Hey, what's up, John?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up?
We're here.
Mike sound all right?
Sounds
Yeah.
perfect. How's your evening going, John?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. Geez, I like that wall behind you, man. That looks good.
Yeah, he did a good job, man.
Thank
He's
you.
done a lot of work these past couple of weeks. Been busting his fucking ass, man.
Yeah, I gotta watch. I want to see. I haven't gotten into them yet, Mike, but I want to get into the. You've been refinishing tools.
Yeah. I've created a few. They're not getting like no bomb ass views or anything like that by any means, but I've redone a few of them so far. These ones are right here offhand. I bought a bunch of these Stanley chisels at a yard sale. It was the old yellow handled Stanley chisels,
Man, those are
and
nice.
like the yellow handles were cracked and busted and all that. It was a set of 5 of them. So I brought them home and I knocked the blanks out, took the handles off, all that cool stuff like that. But I took them inside after I cleaned them up and I engraved filigree on the flats on top. And then I wanted like a bigger handle to actually fit my hand. So I turned the handles out of cherry with a copper collar on them, and I done the old school London pattern on them. So I done a full set of these.
What'd you use to engrave those?
I used my laser to engrave those. I've got a couple lasers inside, and it took a few passes. And I sharpened them up, put an edge on them. I use stones. I don't have a wheel or anything like that. And then I done a video on this bad boy right here. This is an old Ohio tool company. It's a triplane. It's one of the Sciotas. I don't know if you can see it right there. Plane's over 100 years old. When I got it, the edge was all dulled over. Somebody that obviously didn't know what they were doing with it, like tried to sharpen it with a rock, and they just been pretty rough to it. So I lapped the bottom of it and took it apart, scrubbed it down, took all the crust off the blade and the chip breaker and the nut and all that stuff, fixed it up, lapped it, and everything like that, and then we're good to go. Wow, I guess Ron dipped the eye. You might be back.
Hey,
But
I have one of those down in the shop. I'm gonna run down and grab that.
dude, I love old hand tools. Like I have an affinity for old hand tools.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Take your time.
Yeah,
And then one of my sponsors actually sent me some high dollar stuff. Like I had actually never heard of these until I looked them up. I'd heard of them, but I never got to use one. These are all they're EC Emmerich. They're made in Germany. It's slotted dovetail bottoms.
Oh wow!
fit together. Like the steel is insane. They got the embossed medallions pressed in them and all that. The horns on the front, and it's meant to where you can either work it like a normal plane or you can flip it and you can pull it like a draw knife to you. I got the number 4, which is pretty much, it's not number 4, it's a jack plane, which is pretty much the number 4. And then I got the scrub plane up there. And then I've got a wall of Stanleys and stuff over here that I've taken care of. This is a the number 6. And when I got it, like, it was rough. You couldn't even, I had to soak it and everything else just to get it to come apart.
You said that because I'm not, I mean, I got a couple hand planes, but I've never done like refinishing stuff. That's why I really want to go watch your videos.
There we go.
I know some people are, they don't want to see sharpening. And it's like, well, if you don't know how to sharpen your tools, you know, enjoy carving with a butter knife, I say. But did you say vinegar or something like that?
Yeah, a lot of people ripped my ass and told me to use an electrolysis machine and told me to do it the right way, which I'm pretty sure it is the right way to do, or use a bottle of or a jug of like Evaporust. But whenever I went to restore them, I tried to do it as authentic as they would back whenever the tools were fairly new. And from everything I read, that's how they restored them. They would take vinegar with a little bit of salt. They'd mix the salt throughout the vinegar, and then they'd let them set overnight, and that would remove any kind of scale or anything like that. They'd take it off with a wire brush. So that's why I done that with all those. And then I done.
And then
This is probably one of the hardest restores I've done. One of the old braces. I've got a full set of augers for it that's actually soaking right now that I'm going to hang in this spot below it. But this thing's got about 30 little bearings in it. But you can put a paddle bit in it, and this thing will mow through a telephone pole.
Oh, wow.
It all depends on just how much ass you want to put behind it, I reckon.
Well, I don't have a lot of ass to put behind it, so I'm not going through telephone poles.
So what do you think of this one right here?
It's
got no markings on it.
That is I'm not going to lie. The handles, like the toad on the back of them, are usually a dead giveaway of the manufacturer. I've never seen one like that. I wouldn't know. Is there any kind of markings on the blade, or is there a button up front?
Nothing. Well, there's a button.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Pretty worn down. It's metal.
It's a metal button. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing there, but it's got a lot of wear.
Okay, that's a fingered wedge.
Yep.
So that narrows it down a little bit.
And then yeah, there's no markings on it at all.
It could be an old Hodgson or an old a super old Miller's Falls. I'm not real sure. It deserves to be restored, though.
Well, it does, but it's pretty. You can see, I mean, it's pretty beat up.
Don't mean a thing, man. Those are easy restores.
Yeah.
She's a beaut. I like that handle on it.
Oh yeah.
It's a beaut.
It's a beaut, Norm. That's really. I like that handle. I have not seen a handle like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Picked it up cheap, so can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, I took my kid to the like I said, and when I made the toolbox video, we went to the local flea market to pick him up some actual tools because he didn't want like chintzy tools. I've got to restore both of these, but I picked up both of these They both need to be restored, like I said, but they're both distance. And whenever I dated them by the medallions, they're both 1857s. So once they're restored and I run them through the tooth setter and sharpen them and all that, they should mow through wood. But
I'll have to show you mine. I got like 30 from my grandpa.
Dude, you sent me a picture the other night while I was laying in bed that I'm assuming Jeff S. sent you and about ruined my entire damn night.
I thought you would appreciate it, man.
I was trying to find out if they had a website or something. Just so it don't sound weird out of context about Ryan sending me pictures in the middle of the night.
Don't you worry, Mike.
He sent me pictures. It was like, don't you worry what? It was like 4 or 5 pictures, and it was just like this wall of planes. And without, like, I couldn't read the tags on anything like that. Like, as soon as I seen this one, I knew exactly what it was. I was like, dude, that's a Type 15 number 7. That's a Sweetheart Stanley.
Hey,
and
you
better,
like, you have to like zoom in, dude, and you can see number 7 on the little tag.
Well, I tried to zoom in, but like every time I do it, like my phone would blur out, and I was like, I'm about 100% sure just from looking at it, comparing the length and everything, like that is a pre-World War II Stanley Sweetheart era number 7. I don't have one of those. I've got the 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got an 8. It's just too big to use on anything, but I don't have a 7. And I was like, oh my God, that thing is amazing. And it was in pristine order, like condition too. And then there was like rabbit planes and all that. And I was like, man, this guy.
So you're
What's up, Barno?
Yeah, Barno.
There was a lot. There was a lot that Jeff sent. It was like 10 items, right?
Jeff S., get that number to me. I'll call them. I don't care. I'll see what shipping is and all that stuff and see if they can ship over here. Some of that stuff was like, and it's crazy because Ohio is known for Amish country. You figure those peg-pounding fuckers would have a bunch of hand tools, but like they won't come off of them. They just fix them. They're like me. They just like, nope, can't have my hand tools, and they hoard them all off. Yeah, one was as a German, or it was a French plane that was made during like occupied France or something like that. And I was like, good God.
Well, see, what you got to do, Mike, is catch one of the kids that's going through Rumspringa and then, pawn them off one of those flip phones for some of those hand tools, and you'll get what you need to get.
I'm not above it. What's up, Bardo?
There's a place up here in Maine called Liberty Tool.
What's up? Got another guest. What's up, Steve? Yeah.
What's up, Liberty Tool?
Getting everybody in here.
Yeah, there's this Liberty Tool Company, and it's a store that's filled wall to wall, old planes, old saws, all hand tools.
My biggest restore is still sitting in the shop. Whenever my father-in-law passed away, he had this saw mounted on the back of his house, like a lot of dudes do. So when we're moving his stuff out, I debowed this thing. But this is an old 2-man crosscut Herstal saw. It's still got the original redwood handles and all that stuff like that. And I am going to restore that. I took some steel wool to the center of it, and it's still got all the engravings and stuff on the blade. So it's going to have to be a delicate restoration.
Nice, dude. That's going to be a good one.
But that's going to take a little bit.
I love those. I love your resto videos, man. I know you don't think a lot of people like them, but I'm one of the ones that love that shit.
I really get into restoring tools, man. I'm to the point, like, the views are awesome. If I get the views, like, I'm super thankful for them. But like, I'm to the point now that I'm going to make videos on whatever I want to make videos on at this point, and I'm just going to enjoy it. Like the views on the videos are cool. But I don't know. Like, I didn't even film the resto on this thing because I knew nobody would watch it.
I think they would have watched it, man.
And it's like,
The way I see it, man, is if you're making content that you enjoy, there's going to be people that enjoy it, but as long as like you're doing shit that you like to do, man, you know, it's as long as it's fun.
That's it. The subscribers will follow.
Hey, but just so you know that they're not all going to be home runs, like as far as views go. You know, like people love those fence picket videos, but like, you know, you don't obviously. For me, I don't mind doing stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to do it all the time just to get viewers. You know, I'd like to do stuff that I like to do.
I can't do it all the time, even though I took Tony's advice.
Or for better, more challenging stuff that's going to challenge me and elevate me as a woodworker. You know.
Yeah, I'll do
because they're
scrap wood, scrap walnut. You know, if I have some offcuts, you know, if you're going to make some smalls, make it out of some decent lumber. You know.
Yeah.
Like I've got nothing
you
wrong
got a new
with.
sub. Got a new sub, Steve. Barndo boy. I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, don't look at his stats or his views on his channel because you'll get envious of a 13-year-old. The kid's pulling like 16K subs, and one of his videos has got like 1 million views.
And
he's killing. Very sharp young man.
He's tearing it up, but he's a good kid.
Getting into working like that is just freaking amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
you know,
sure is, man.
He's not, you know, not being raised by Xbox.
Yep.
Yeah, very
I had my boy
inspiring.
out in the South with me today. I was actually pretty excited about that. He was out here telling me where I could hang the stuff on the wall and where it would look best, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna run with it, dude.
I'll make you a moderator, Barndo. I got you.
Yeah, make him a moderator.
I'll make you a moderator.
Shit, he's about to block it all.
Yeah, he's going to delete everybody. He's going to ban everybody.
He's like, no.
My God, what?
What's happening, John?
I'm gonna share Barndo's page now. Give Steve's page some love.
Kimber, we do kind of like, multiply like gremlins. It's not water. You got to throw in Mayak though. It's something else. And
don't feed us after midnight. You know.
Hey, you don't want me flashing you.
Yeah, I do. I do. Tell me the goods.
Crazy.
It's like a gray squirrel.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, fun time. So, Steve.
Yeah.
You're with God Almighty, I'm old. Pardon me. Damn, I forgot what you're.
It's My Honey's Handmade.
Okay, I'm on that one, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I need to go check your videos out too. I'm catching up with some of the newer plasma.
Yeah, I've been doing some smalls, but I just signed a contract yesterday, so I'll be making a Dungeons and Dragons gaming table coming up.
You gonna video that?
Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video of it. A lot of my subscribers on my live last week said, "Yeah, please make a video." So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
that's awesome, dude.
It's hard though. I mean, it's a big build to build a table.
Oh yeah, you gonna go all crazy with it and do like the tower with the steps that you put the dice in and it rolls, all that stuff like that.
Well, I'm actually it's gonna be a hexagon. With the leaf.
Yeah, dude.
And then it's gonna have break apart or break down legs. So, and then I'm gonna probably build in LED lights. It's gonna have magnetic trays inside and outside. So
look at you go with that filth.
I do a lot of dice towers with the 3D printers.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Oh
yeah. But yeah, part of it is I'm designing all the accessories, and then I'll be selling those on Etsy. So
nice.
That's nice, man.
I just need a CNC machine. But
don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, Kizzy's in the house. Wow, look at
Kizzy.
this panel. 77 whacking Johnny's honey. Took her all of 3 seconds.
Yep.
I know, right? She's here.
Doesn't take her long.
She's on top of it, right there.
Hey, thanks. I want to say thanks, Kat, for showing some love to all these content creators on YouTube. They're some good friends of ours. I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cat shows up for everybody.
Yeah, Cat is
Kat-
a beast.
Oh,
And
Cats,
I'm gonna say, Kat, I hope everything worked out well for you for what you've been putting on Facebook.
Yes, I the same. We love you, Kat. We here to support you, and thank you so much for taking time, and just always being so sweet and helping us all. It's very appreciated, you know.
Absolutely.
As far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned, Cat qualifies for sainthood.
yep.
Yes,
I second.
she's wonderful.
I don't know. I've heard some of the shit she said in the comments. I don't know about sainthood.
Hey, she likes to have fun too, you know.
There's an overwhelming amount of testosterone makes me want. Wow. Wow. Would you guys like to see
What
the
the hell?
possibly chintziest thing I've ever made?
Let's do it.
Could be the crappiest thing I've ever made, but maybe the most useful. Behold this warlock.
Nice.
It's a 2x4 with a bunch of holes drilled in it. But
It's a
I'll never have to chase down any of this crap again. It's horrible when your pencil gets buried in sawdust.
Hey, is there a 10 socket head in there?
Huh?
Is there a 10 millimeter head in there?
I've got a bag of them sitting up here on the shelf. Oh.
Anybody who hasn't added Barndo's dad has a page. Go show him some love. He just started a channel. It's
What is it? Barndo family?
Yeah, it's his dad. We all know how much of a challenge it is first, and how much courage you have to come up with to start these channels, and it's nice to know that we have people that support us. So if you guys want to go check that out, go sub the channel.
I will check him out, Barndo family, as soon as the live stream's over. I've kind of occupied 7 ways from Sunday up here, but I promise I'll get on that. If you're half as cool as your kid, you deserve it.
Heck yeah. You got a cool ass kid, by the way.
Yeah, like he's on top of it, man.
Yeah, sharp young man who has a big future.
Yeah, and he's not like most kids with his face buried in a tablet. I love that about him.
I love that too. It's awesome. It's like some old school shit.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
I just up to the.
Hopefully that's still working.
Yeah, you're still working.
Okay, good. You want to come join in on this live?
Oh.
She's like, why do you fucking do this to me every time?
Oh, is it your wife?
It is.
Yeah, come hang out. Come hang out, wifey. Come on. Come on, Lee.
Come on, Lee.
You guys.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going, ma'am?
He just called you ma'am.
Ma'am. I told him, ma'am.
As long
I
as
said
he
man.
calls you an ass.
True.
Hell yeah.
We thought it was funny.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
never
Yeah. Put my headphones back on.
Put my headphones back on. I don't want to be married to you anymore.
I knew there was a reason I put that on.
Fun thing, great community, and yeah. Barner boy, thanks.
Yes.
My honey's handmade. He's gonna be jumping around like a little kid.
I'm
There,
sure
we
his
added a little estrogen to your testosterone soup here.
Kizzy says, yes, hey wifey, how you doing?
Yeah, you gonna give us a name, John? Or you gonna sit there all day, man?
Oh shit! This is Jessica.
I'm not gonna call her wife.
Hey, my wife's name's Jessica too.
Hey, mine's not. Mine's not.
Mike, your wife probably isn't talking to you anyway because you're laying in bed taking pictures from Ryan.
There's questions asked.
Hey, this lucky bastard got served some beautiful pork chops on the live last weekend.
Nice.
I was like, oh, you lucky dog. You lucky dog, you. Obviously, we're entertaining Kizzy, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually going to use that that whiteboard in my videos coming
Ryan,
up.
is it a family.
I'm sorry, what? Go ahead, Steve.
Are you at a family cabin or what?
Yeah, you guys want to see
Are
it?
you at a family cabin or what?
Yeah, this is my cabin,
Okay.
brother.
This is the cabin that you and your dad built, right?
Yep, this is my kitchen.
Show that thing off.
I'm going to show this thing off. I'll take you guys. Hopefully, I can take you as far as my internet will let me. We'll see how far.
Who's controlling all the screens? You should make that a big one. We can all see it.
Let me see. Hold on.
Or not, that's fine too.
No, I'm trying. It's hold on.
No, and I don't know what to do.
All right, so say hello to the bears. You guys have seen me live with the bears
Right.
on the bench. There's the other bear. That's my mom's bear. This was my dad's bear. So here's the front, the custom timbers that my dad and I built.
Wow.
Nice.
And then I'll take you for a walk down the stairs, the custom stairs we built, and then I'll show you guys. Hold on. You guys say hello to Bigfoot.
What's up, Bigfoot?
Hello, Bigfoot.
Didn't know
So
if I
we
was
used to
supposed
rent
say it
this
or not,
cabin
but,
out.
you know.
We used to rent this cabin out, and it was, my dad used to post this place as Bigfoot's hideout. So that's what people would rent it as. So there's the cabin. There's the stairs.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, that's beautiful.
Thank you. This is the best. Like I've said before, and I will say it for the rest of my life. This is the most. This is the best and most cherished build that I ever will have in my life.
And you and your old man built all that together?
Yeah, we had a few friends that helped us with a lot of stuff, but it was mostly my dad and I.
That's pretty
That's
special,
awesome.
man.
Yeah,
Is that on some water?
My dad-
Water somewhere?
I'll tell you what, guys. You guys would have loved my dad. My dad was a bad motherfucker. He's the best. He's the best carpenter I've ever met in my life, and I've met a lot of good ones. And he was damn good. So the deck wraps around.
Man, that's nice.
Wow.
I love the black windows.
Thank you. Look, our neighbors actually, their deck fell apart, and he's building a new one. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, the neighbor's a little close.
Yeah. So here, I'll walk you around. So I didn't get a chance to build this cabin, but this other cabin, here, I'll walk you through this way actually. So this we had a second cabin that my dad built. I didn't get the chance to build it with him, but
Is that a wrought iron front door?
Say hello to Riley.
What's up, kid?
So taking you to the backyard. So this other cabin right here, this is the cabin, the big cabin that we used to have too. But my mom, it was too much to take care of. So when my dad passed away, she sold it. So this is the other cabin.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
as you can see. And that's a big sun bitch. That's like 4,000 square feet.
Is that built around a tree?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So a lot of people don't know. For those of you who are home builders would know, but when you do a renovation, if you keep the fireplace, it's just considered a remodel, and you save yourself a lot of money. I don't know how it is wherever else, but that's how it is in California.
Hey,
All right, so I'm gonna put you guys back on the screen.
Hold up. That front door.
Front door. Me?
The red door.
Oh, front. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Do they have the wrought iron window guards over it?
It's got a peephole.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love
Like
those,
that?
man.
The other cabin had it too.
Porthole with the window guards. Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Like some John Wick shit. Like somebody opens it. What's the password?
What's the password?
Oh, I forgot to show you guys this too. We built these custom
As he
custom
unzipped his
staircase.
pants.
Hold on, as I unzip my pants. Try to climb up these damn stairs. So we custom built these spindles and stuff. It wasn't on the lathe. My dad made like this makeshift tinion cutter with his router.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll post it on my social media either today or tomorrow so you guys can see. But yeah, we built these too.
Oh,
Dude, that's
man.
awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And all the cabin is been done up and it's been varnished and everything, all the cabinets and stuff. So
How long's your dad been gone?
this June will be 3 years.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. This is the last thing he built. Was this bed? As you can see.
Nice bed.
That's beautiful.
That's nice, huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a good view of it, but you guys can see.
That's all mortise and tenon too.
Oh yeah. He built this bed in 2 days. 2 days. And all this right here, I'll show you again. Sorry, I don't mean to like gloat or anything.
Oh no.
Check this out. He did all this with a chainsaw, those little like etchings. See him?
Nice.
Yeah.
He was bad. I'm telling you guys, he was bad, dude. He was a bad dude in a good way. But it's been a pleasure showing you guys. It's always I love my dad and I miss him very much, but it's an honor to be able to share that's why I started that, for those of you who don't know, that's why I started this channel was at a tribute to him and to honor him and carry on his legacy. So that's why I do this mainly. Not just, I as I said before, meeting you guys and getting to know all you guys has been amazing. But my number one reason why I started this channel is for him, to honor him. Try not to get emotional. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good, man.
All good, brother.
Take my sweater off.
Take everything off. Oh, I seen a titty.
Yep. It might have been a back titty, but
Woo, all right, man.
Seen the whole titty. Boy got breasts like a fine chicken.
Sorry.
Little pepperoni nipples.
I'm not trying to make this live a porno,
I am. Me. Check us out. Nah.
We got an OnlyFans,
Only wood.
My page is on the fans. I just, I can't do that.
Thanks, Conrad.
You don't want to see that. Trust me.
I've seen some stuff, sir.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that was actually really cool, man. I've heard you talk a lot about it, and I've only seen like the bears and the bench on the front porch. But
well, I mean, you know,
that's a lot.
yeah,
That's a lot of stuff, man.
I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate all the kind words. They always mean the world to me. You know, I mean, hopefully someday, God willing, you know, I'd love to have all of you guys up here. That would be a dream, you know, like just to have, you know, have everybody come hang out and stuff. Hopefully someday that could happen with some of you guys, which would be nice, you know.
Hey Ryan,
I consider a lot of you guys, you know, really good friends now. So.
Hey Ryan, do you watch Samurai Carpenter?
I do.
Do you remember a few years ago before COVID, he was having people come out to his place and like build stuff?
Yep. I do.
So yeah, we should totally do that, man. Build some big project.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be a lot of fun, you know.
Community project.
It makes some good content.
Yeah, it'd be the first time I've spread anything other than a communicable disease.
I'd be like, yeah, I got Steve out here for a week, and we're just gonna bullshit, and we're gonna build some shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
But mainly bullshit.
Got all these influences out here. We're going to take this fence ticket and turn it into whatever.
Yeah.
Why is everything shaped like a dick? Mike worked on that part. Dicks carved in everything.
It's into a dick.
Spoon handles carved into dicks. No, you were talking about getting emotional, man. I kind of had a moment today, and I wasn't going to talk about it. I was going to like kind of keep it there with me and everything like that. But like the more and more you talk about it, like you're kind of like living what I want my son to have.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said earlier today, he was out here. Like we had the heater going. Me and him were working on the wall, working on the bench, stuff like that. He was tearing up all kinds of shit with his hammer. Whenever we got ready to go inside and get lunch, he was like, "Hey, Dad," and we walked by my clamps. I got a Jorgensen clamp on the wall, and he's like, "Whenever I get older, can I have this clamp?" And I was like, "Dude, whenever you get older, I want you to have everything in this building." And dude, it hit me, and I can't believe I'm saying this on thing, but it was like a lightning bolt to the tip of the wiener, dude. It was just like, bam, right there. I was like, holy shit, that's what you're working for this whole time.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me with like the serious face. He's like, "I'll take care of all of it, I promise." And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, "You go inside, man. I got to make sure I lock up the building." I sat out here and I sniffled like a schoolgirl for like 15 minutes in the cold. I had to go inside and kick him to make myself feel better, but you know.
Hey, that's that's the great thing when your kids do something like that to where you're getting ready to pull out the tissue box. You know, nothing wrong with it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I completely didn't expect that from him. Like, he was cool. We came out, we worked on some stuff, built a couple things. We built him a couple new things for his toolbox, and he was jacked about that. He wanted to get some lunch, so when we were going in, like just something as minuscule as a clamp, like to him, that was big stuff. To me, it's like I got 30 of them over there. But when he said it, like I didn't really think of what I was saying. I was like, someday I want all this to go to you, and like it hit me, and I was like, holy hell, that's it. That's what we're working for.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I get kids that probably sell it to the highest bidder. I don't know.
Oh.
The girl would, definitely.
Yeah, the girl would.
Got it.
Okay. Thanks. Love you.
Love you too.
But
Yeah, it's definitely it definitely can be a special and emotional thing at the same time. When you know, just seeing you have your son out there in your shop it's just like it's so cool, man. Just, it's a wonderful thing.
he
How old's your son?
he's 5.
Nice.
He's 5, and he's just now getting into the point where he wants to be out here with me. Like, I probably started too early trying to introduce him into it to see if he was interested in it, and that was on me. And for the longest part, I kind of like, I figured he didn't want anything to do with it. But as of here recently, man, he was like, "Hey, Dad, can we go out to the shack? I'll put a jacket on it. You got a heater out there now." And then, like, once he found out that I got the same schedule that he does, and I'm off all summer paid, and then I've got like all summer off other than our vacation, he was like, "Man, we can build so much stuff out there this summer."
Oh
And I
yeah.
was like, "Yeah, we can." So,
And he's already trying to hoard clamps. So I mean, it's
like, I caught him earlier eyeballing my pencil, and I was like, "Dude, I'm telling you right now, if you jack that pencil, I'm gonna give you $1 worth of nickel knots."
yeah.
And he was like, "But I need one." I was like, "I put 2 in your toolbox," and he's like, "I've lost them." And I was like, "You just find them." I was like, "How did you lose 2 of them? You haven't even marked on anything yet that I know of." So we had to pilfer through everything and find his pencils, but
All right.
little hoodlum stealing my shit already. So he'll probably be a good carpenter.
Yeah, some of my best times with the boys, my boys are older. They're 20 and 17, but they've built nightstands, loft beds, floating nightstands, a dresser, and every time they wanted something, they had to help build it and design it.
That's what you were saying in one of the comments, man. That was awesome. Like,
yeah,
we were in, I can't remember, we were in like Walmart the other day. There's dicks on the bottoms of all your benches. True.
Conrad.
Wait.
Oh my.
Conrad.
I love
in
Conrad.
the rafters.
Conrad, you're the best, dude.
That is.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you, Conrad, man, doing the grind. He's out there, like asking the Viking, how do I sell my stuff? And it's like, you got to go sell your stuff. Just don't do it itself. And Conrad, and I've seen him, Facebook or whatever. He's out there grinding stuff, and cool.
Conrad's getting it for sure.
Yeah, Conrad's tearing up. He said something earlier. He's already sold like 1,000 pieces or 10,000 pieces or something crazy like that.
Jesus.
Teach us the way, man.
Yeah. Like,
you need to be asking to
go ahead.
Richard Moyock's killing it too, man. He just doesn't do markets.
No.
Like, I usually do pretty good in the markets, but like
you're too modest.
I don't get like big orders like I used to.
You're a badass, Richard. You're a badass.
It's funny. My stuff is word of mouth. I will say I've been really lucky over the year. I happen to know a guy that's a highfalutin lawyer in Virginia. I made him a table. Well, then his lawyer buddies wanted a table, and then all of a sudden I started getting NDAs. And, of course, thank God that was before internet. And then, of course, now internet. I mean, these NDAs, I'm just like, dude, you want me to build you a table? I can't post. And they're like, yeah, no. Because I was like, why? And they're like, well, we don't want no one else to have the same table. And I'm like, well, every piece of wood's different, so it's not going to be the same. And they're like, I don't care. And I'm like, okay, well, that's $15,000. And they're like, okay.
NDA?
Take your
monies.
Does that stand for more dollars? Nah, I don't know. Yeah.
Sounds for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a non-disclosure agreement kind of thing that I'm not going to post it. And, okay.
It's a disclosure saying we don't want anybody else to have our shit, motherfucker.
And it took me about a good 8 months. The table, it was 10 foot by 6 foot.
Yeah.
With a it was like resin and I call it the lava table. That's what they wanted, which is fine. I'm not a big I can do the resin thing. I just prefer not to if I We did, but because there's a lot of variables that can F your stuff up. Plus, Blacktail Studio guy does them. You know, he's one of the best at it.
Yeah.
But
he's really good.
I mean, I'm
he is.
not a scrub either. But same time, when I got a 10-foot by 6-foot table in I got a 2-car garage. Luckily, I know some cabinet shops. They know me. I can take my stuff over there to their wide belt and all that. But end of the day, when I got done with that and the chairs, you know, that was like $35,000. And sorry about your luck. And they were just like, okay, do you want that in cash? You want it in? I'm like, sure, you know, whatever. And of course we did, you know, bank exchange, but it's, you know, my pins, they're word of mouth. I sell 50 to 100 pins a month. And the thing is that I'm just terrible at making videos because I'm internet stupid and I don't advertise my stuff. And the chicken table, that one there just baffled me. And that was from Matthew Peach's video, to be honest with you. And I was like, you know, it's a picnic table that's like 1/10 of the size of a regular table. And I made some. And then I found out a ton of people out here that wanted a table. So I've been out and, you know, like I said earlier, you know, I sold almost 1,000 of them bad boys this past year. And, you know, well, you know, the cool part is that there's one place. Now, my biggest order was 500 of them.
God damn, bro.
Good Lord.
Right.
I just have to chime in. Like, you guys that do the markets and you guys that sell items, I'm in awe of you guys because I have enough trouble like working a 60-hour week and then putting in a video, let alone like videos like Steve and then making orders. Like I'm in awe of you guys. Like, really, seriously.
I just sold the business, started a new job, and I'm going to try and keep doing the videos and doing the markets and stuff. But I don't know.
That's amazing, man. That like, just so you guys know, that's amazing. Like, I'm in awe of all you guys. Like, I would never. I don't even think I'd be able to do that shit. I barely have enough time to make a damn video.
And our biggest thing right now for markets is with a laser engraver. It's not even woodworking stuff. So and you know, crap like that. So
hey, are they fun? Like, are these markets for you guys? Like, for me, just looking at them, like, they look like they're so much fun.
So the best fun we have is we're not politically correct.
I like that. I like that laugh.
He screen prints T-shirts, and it's like one of them was like this old timey kind of pinup looking girl that said, "I baked you some shut the fuck up cakes." And so she'll hang a couple of those on the booth, and I have, you know, this was before the election. You know, I had Trump 47 hats. I had, you know, all that types of shit, and people come and we're unapologetic about it. Like, if you don't like Trump, you know, that's cool. I mean, that's your obviously that's your prerogative, but don't give me fucking shit about it. I'll give it right back to you. You know, so people like really interact with that well. Her shirts. And the way we do hats is we do the patches all laid out. You pick your hat, you pick your patch, you know, press it on, whatever. But her t-shirts, like, people would walk by and nobody's smiling, and all of a sudden they look over and they see it and they get the joke behind it and they start laughing, you know, and instantly it's a sale. The only person we didn't have laughing was the nun that walked by, and
she did not like it.
No. Yeah.
Whack a check.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, that drew people right into that booth, except for the nun. She was, you know, kind of put off a little bit, but, you know, it's her prerogative. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, those
all, you know, she's the X-Tool screen printer that they came out with. we picked one of those up, and oh yeah, good moneymaker. So.
Nice.
I'd say I literally take my X tool to the events with me. I only do like maybe 5 or 6 events a year.
Yeah.
And I would take my X tool S1 to the events with me.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that like I thought was going to go over like a flop, but it really took off. Like I was cutting the just putting like an image on a piece of wood, then doing the outline and making the outline a full cut, and then I was taking like the scented oils and soaking those in them.
Oh, nice.
Then taking like a cotton twine and putting a loop on them, and I was selling them as like air fresheners. And people were going like nuts over them. Like no one would buy just one for like $5 or $6. They would buy like 5 or 6 of them, and we couldn't keep them in stock. Like me and my wife were literally taking turns working the laser while someone was talking to a customer.
Yeah.
And like we sold that this summer. I'd say we probably sold every bit of 3,000 or 4,000 of those.
Nice.
Oh wow!
And then like as soon as the weather turned, it just dried up. So like maybe whenever the weather gets warm again and people start rolling around their windows down, it'll pick up. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I like taking, we tried the cutting board thing, and you could still make some money on it, not the same margins that you used to be able to. But the scraps that I had laying around, an old scrap piece of rough cut cherry, this big, I just engrave a fucking image on it.
Yep.
Sand it up or maybe not sand it up and throw it out, and people are buying that shit, left and right. Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's all walnut and cherry.
Yeah. And I started doing router trays.
Oh,
literally, it's like $3 worth of wood. And you can make, it might take you an hour to do it, but you're going to make one hell of a nice router tray out of a couple pieces of cherry and a little stick of walnut.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I've seen that guy from. You guys know who 6'8" Woodworks is?
Yeah.
He does a lot of those router trays. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So we love watching his shit.
He's a talented guy.
He's
yeah.
Talented.
Yeah, he is.
I think his wife is a cover.
I think it was crazy. I think it was crazy how people were giving him shit for using lasers in his videos. I was like, dude, this guy is a woodworker too. Like, if he wants to put content about lasers in his videos, like, let the man do his thing, man.
But, we do 3D printing. We do lasers. It's a tool. It's no different than a plane or a hammer. It's just a tool to create whatever you're creating. So, and we're getting an F1 hopefully in the next week or two. To start taking that to. We don't know if we're going to go the F1 or F1 Ultra, but
go with the Ultra.
The problem is we want something we could take to shows, and they say if you watch the Clack Shack at all, they say F1 Ultra is not perfect for a show. So.
Is the Ultra the bigger one?
Yeah. But it has a conveyor on it, so you literally just flop down a bunch of whatever you're engraving. It'll figure it out on its way through. So
but at a show, that's not really what you'll be doing though. One at a time, I would think. Yeah.
I want the one that's got the I guess it's. I think it's the F1 where you can do like the metal challenge coins.
Oh yeah.
I'm wanting those just so I can embed them in like the bottoms of like the nice furniture, the nicer pieces that I make, like make the shop medallion or whatever, like a one of one underneath of it, then embed it like in the bottom or over in the corner, something like that. I think that would be cool. That'd be a nice touch, but I can't justify buying the laser just for that one use. You know what I mean?
And if you're going to go that route, there are potentially some better laser makers out there. That X-Tool really has the hobby market really nailed down pretty good. But there are some other options out there too that Nautex tool. So.
A lot of great comments in here.
Yeah, Conrad, I've seen a lot of guys do stuff with the barrel planks and barrel heads and everything like that. I don't know how, like, anybody, they have to be going away to get their barrel pieces or their stabs and their lids, because all the ones I've seen here local, like, they want, just for the raw materials where they've dismantled barrels, they want like an astronomical price for them. Like, you wouldn't be able to justify charging people what it would take to like cover the laser and the materials. It's just something I always thought was cool. Like, I've seen the where they steam the barrel stabs, put them in a vise and flatten them back out to where they still got that aged look to them. Then they take a Forstner bit and they cut holes to the top of them and make like the beer flights. I've seen those, and those are really cool, but like, I can't get the material here for some reason without being charged an arm and a leg.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, you buy your make something, then you have to factor all that in. The price gone market. You know, I'm lucky that, you know, I think I got about 60 slabs in my shop, but I got a lot of property at his own mill, and he mills the wood down and he gives it to me.
Wow.
For years.
That's cool.
My one nesting chair is actually made out of butternut or white walnut that I got, and you know, it was free. But if I were to, you know, if I were to buy walnuts running right now, what is it running, like $10?
Last time I bought walnut, I bought 2 trucks and 2 trailer loads full of it. And I mean, I bought that much because I was buying it at $1 a board foot here.
Oh, yeah.
So like, I was like, let me run to the bank, homie. I'll be right back.
You lucky dog, you.
Dude, I'd even buy fence pickets at $1 a board foot.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up buying all those and like some offcuts of poplar and some cedar. And the cedar I got wasn't real great, but the same guy that brought me this O-size log is bringing me a couple full logs of blue cedar. So I've never got to work with blue cedar. I'm waiting to work with that.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it came out of a house that or a cabin that actually just burnt down. The outside of it's charred, but it was on the exterior portion of the back of the home. And he sent me pictures of it. Like, the inside of the char, the entire of the wood is snow white, and where regular cedar has like that purple cast to it, or the purple coloring, this has got like this almost light blue coloring to it. So it should make for something pretty cool. I can't wait to get like some oil on it or something to see what it does.
That'll be pretty neat.
I'm instantly thinking throw some regular red cedar, some blue cedar. I mean, you got to make it of a flag right there. You know, I don't know. I don't know
Like, I like working with cedar because I do a lot of chisel work and stuff, and cedar is really easy to work on with the chisel. It's not like you're pounding in like mission oak or anything like that. So, but cedar around here is really hard to come by.
Yeah, see, I got
Yeah, that's
high where I'm at, but that maple cherry walnut's really there, and you know, and Ipe. I find Ipe a lot around here, but that stuff's tougher than woodpecker lips, man. And I hate working.
I've never used it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I used it one time to build something for somebody. It's oily. It's a pain in the hind parts to glue, and I literally, I have a woodworking 2-blade, and it was brand new. And after I got done, a couple cuts, that thing to get sharpened. That's just how tough it is. And, you know,
like I've
for outside. I mean, it's for outdoor, mainly for like decks and stuff. But it's just so daggone tough. And I've had last week, like, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to use it.
I've used bog oak, like I said, and ruined it, and had to sharpen my tools a million times. I've used a little bit of Wingay, and that stuff was pretty hard.
Yep.
And this Osage is supposed to be just ridiculously hard. So,
really, the Osa?
yeah, Osage. It's supposed to be like extremely hard.
Huh.
It's not oily or anything, but I know that they used to make like a nightsticks and billy clubs out of it. A lot of tool handles, stuff like that. So,
that's the Osa orange?
huh?
That's the Osage orange?
Yeah, right here.
That's the one you showed earlier. Yeah, because I've worked with it before, and I've never found it to be that difficult on it. But then again, every tree.
I've never used it before. They say it's supposed to be really hard. I'm hoping it's not super inconvenient because I'd love to put a strip of it in one of these bowls that I'm getting ready to make.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
I think that that yellow would contrast really good with walnut and that oak.
Oh, absolutely.
Mom almost threw out an entire dining table made by Duncan 5 to the road today. Had to go over there. 100% solid cherry. Yeah.
Ouch.
That's a good save.
A good save. Heck yeah.
See,
It's a real good save.
Crazy what people throw away.
I don't think there's any species that we pay any more than $10 a board foot for. Like I think Conrad was saying, who was saying $18 for walnut?
That was Ryan.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
yeah,
if you look at the
I get 20% off though, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
What do you get redwood for, Ryan?
It's expensive here too.
Yeah, but imagine how expensive it is here where we're at.
Yeah. Like maple's cheap. Like maple's cheap here. Cherry's cheap here. Redwood's expensive. Walnut's expensive. Wingay's expensive. Paduke's expensive. Purple Heart is about the same as walnut here, give or take. Maybe a little bit cheaper. Wow. Yeah, red heart's more expensive than purple heart. Yellow heart is more expensive than purple heart here. It's just, I don't know. It's just, but when you get into like specialty woods, like Claro walnut, and like quilted maple, that's when you like really get. You have to like special order it here. Really? They have it, but it's like at Soroyan's where I go in town. It's a pretty good hardwood dealer. You have to order it from their LA store, and fingers crossed. I'm working on. They're supposed to be. If I could get a deal with them, they'll give me my wood for my projects for free, and I just have to show them my. Yeah, I just have to show them my build. Like, say I'm gonna build like the door. I was telling them about my door that I want to build because you know I've been jonesing about like wanting to build a door sometime this year because I never built one. This is from ground up, build the whole door out of walnut. So hopefully they can supply me. Do with some badass walnut, you know. So we'll see. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, free price, man. I tell you, Panama. I'm looking at retiring down there with my wife because the biggest surprise to me was teakwood down there is, and but because they export a lot of teakwood out, and I love teak, and they're like, yeah, we use that for like shims and stuff. I'm just like, you got to be kidding. I guess
That's pink's another wood that I haven't got to work with, along with Paduke that I've always wanted to. I wanted to get a hold of like some Purple Heart until like I heard like some of the horror stories with it, and then I kind of like veered away from that. Yellow Heart, stuff like that. Zebra wood.
Yeah, because you have to revive it. You know, the good
like
thing is you can revive it.
And olive wood is something that I always wanted to try.
Which one?
Zebra wood and olive wood.
Zebra wood and olive wood are absolutely phenomenal to work with.
I've never got to try either one of them, and I've never found a place here local that has them.
God, I don't want to promise you anything. Let me go check. If I have something that's kind of decent, I'll let you know, and I can send it to you. But if I do, I'll let you know either way.
Let me know.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Like my aunt had this little cross whenever I was a kid that was made out of olive wood or something like that, and it supposedly came from over there somewhere. And I remember that like the grain on it was just so crazy, and like the filling of the wood was just so crazy.
I made a lot of pins out of those. A lot of people love those, and they're just beautiful. They spin beautiful, and same time, got a nice smell to it. It's kind of like off that olive. Just great to work with, and when you're on a lathe with it.
Huh.
Goodbye.
You do that all the time. You stab me. Of course I'm gonna have some.
He's dipping.
Who? Oh, he left?
He left her.
Whiskey and Coke.
No.
Oh, nice.
Alkies.
There you go.
No, it's I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on my bucket list to do. Like I said, I'm just starting out. I've only been doing this for a little over a year.
Hey guys, I got to drop out. Thanks for hanging out. Holler at you
Thanks
later.
for coming and hanging out, Steve.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Steve.
I'm live at 2 p.m. tomorrow Central if you want to hang out.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Be
Later.
there.
Later.
Later, Steve.
Later, Steve.
You can send me all of these. You're gonna send to yourself. Okay, move, Henry. Ugh.
Get down, dog.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check my wife and kids real quick.
And there was 4.
I'll be right back. They'll be free for a second.
Actually, there's going to be 2. I got to go. Dragons.
You gotta go
what the
too?
hell? Hold on for a minute.
I'll be back. Like I got to just go to the bathroom.
All right, I'll be right back.
It's everybody leaving.
I know. We're just hanging out alone now. It's cool though.
Now, did you watch the Fish Over Chicks video the other day where they were blindfolding each other and like making some shit?
Yeah.
So during that live, I suggested, hey, you should have somebody join in and then try and walk them through. Like, no, turn it. No, okay, yeah, nail it right there. You know, like try and talk. What's the guy that was blindfolded? I can't remember his name.
What's his name?
John. Yeah.
John.
Yeah. But, you know, talking about what got me thinking about that was all the different species of wood that, like, I'm on the East Coast. I could get way different wood than you can. You're on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
So how cool would it be to start a project and then send it to each person? They take a species of wood and add on to it. So
that would be cool. That would be cool, dude.
What I missed?
and if we did a video of it, I'm gonna say a table. I know a table is not feasible, but let's say, okay, I'm gonna build the middle of the table with cherry because that's what I can get cheap. I send it down to Mike. He's gonna put maybe breadboard ends on it, right? And whatever fucking species. Send it to somebody else. They're putting legs on it. Somebody's putting a skirt on it. All different species. I think that'd be a cool video series.
That would be awesome. Cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Communal build.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And I said it would help build a community. Because people would be like, "Fuck, man, Ryan did a beautiful job on doing this. Let's see where this goes."
Hell yeah. But. Dude, that'd be cool. Like you do your part, you do your video, and you'd be like, "All right, man, I'm sending this Ryan's way. Now it's his turn," and that'd be badass, dude. Seriously. And then I'm like, I'm sending it Mike's way, And,
yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
And it's weird that you said tables because like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I read a lot of books on this stuff, and I do a lot of searching on the internet and stuff like that. Have you seen the people that do the hand carving of the cherub faces and stuff on the ends of tables where they're at the top of the legs, like the old Victorian tables?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to do that so bad. I've been practicing. I got a bunch of basswood where it's soft, just so I can start working on that and carving with it. I want to be able to on furniture and stuff that I build, do the actual hand carvings on the spindles and on the corner, the sconces for the corner of it. That level of stuff is just, it's almost gone. And I think if you could do that, you would be a step above everybody else.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Not like a CNC or nothing like that, or just going and carving it with literally the push chisels and the old blades, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say that I've tried it once and I found out real quick I'm not good at it is carving, and like anything you got to do practice. But I was playing around with it just to see if I was kind of into it, and then I go on YouTube, of course, and see some carvers, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a big no for me.
Yeah.
Whenever I got my rotary tool after watching Dilemma and Electric Whittler, I talked to them for a little bit, and I got a rotary tool, and the first thing I done was one of the wood spirits and a piece of apple wood, and I was like, that's really cool. I don't think that I could incorporate that into anything that I've built, so now it's just hanging on my wall. But I need to figure out how to do it way smaller, and I found out that you can't do that with a rotary tool. It's got to be done with the smaller hand tools.
Yeah.
So.
Hey man, I hope you honestly love what you're thinking, and you're a talented guy, and that'll be really awesome. It's not something that I can do, and I'm just know my limitations when it comes to certain things like that, and and I think you can do it. I honestly do. It's not my gig, and
right.
Fortunately, I'll try something and I don't like it, I just don't do it, and I tend to just, my golf saying when I'm out there and I hit a bad shot is just Control-Alt-Delete. It didn't happen, and I just move on and I don't let it bother me. So that's like what happened with the carving thing. It was like, okay, Control-Alt-Delete. We're not doing that ever again. So.
I haven't found my my niche yet. I'm not great at any of this. I could hold my own if I have to, but I want to find that one thing that just completely sets me apart from everybody, and then get super good at that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it, man. I mean, end of the day, I do you know, what I like to call them my comfortable builds, if you will. Hold on a second. My damn phone is being an asshole.
He's rubbing his dick. Straight up tugging his pooter right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo. And
Don't forget to roll the head.
Don't say things like that. He's not a genius. It only
that's
Oh yeah.
that's pretty genius, Sean. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a pretty damn genius move.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I think that's yeah.
We just got to figure out
try new things like that, and you know, earlier was mentioned the samurai carpenter. I love, you know, I've always loved the Japanese woodwork. It's a different lifestyle. It's a completely different form of woodworking, and it's just so beautiful. And I love watching his stuff too. So, you know, once in a blue, I'll try something, you know, in that vein. But you know, and it's hard to find your niche. And once you do, and I hope it blows up for you, man. I really do.
I'll find it eventually.
Well, I mean, you could be a great stand-up comedian.
I don't do people. I'm not way too people.
I don't know that, you know, I'm of the opinion that people that niche down too far, YouTube or not. So if you go out into your shop and you're like, you know what, I'm a turner. Like the only thing I do is work on the lathe. Number one, you're holding yourself back.
Right.
Number two, you can only learn so much about the lathe. You know what I mean? So when it comes to upgrading your talents and your knowledge and all of that, I think niching down is just I don't know. I refuse to. You know, I consider myself a maker more than I do a woodworker or a laser engraver guy, you know, or whatever. How can I incorporate walnut and cherry together? Is the same question as how can I incorporate PLA plastic into something along with, you know, fucking cherry or walnut or whatever. I mean, it's to me, it's all about just, you know, mashing it all together and learning and learning and learning. So if you niche down too far, eventually you're going to hate carving because you're just so damn good at it. But
I mean, I won't ever limit myself. I won't ever get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm good at this. This is all I do now.
Yeah.
But I would like to find that one thing that just sets me apart from everybody else.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And there are a lot of people out there that, you know, YouTube channels that you can look at that are like, this guy is the best at, you know, whatever it is. Whether they're super huge YouTubers or not, I don't know, but I don't know. I hate niching down.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think for me, like, this is just me. I think regardless of if it's, because I want to be like explore all avenues of woodworking, like over the course of my life. I just want to continue to elevate, and I know that I'm not going to be the best at just one thing, but I'd like to just continuously get good at tons of different things and just challenge myself and share my journey with everybody, dude, so that they're a part of it. Like, I want people to be a part of my journey, and I want them to know who I am, and I just, you know, I just want to share it, you know? That's what I'm all about.
I want to be like Mike Rowe when he was doing dirty jobs.
Yeah.
He would show up and he would be like, okay, I don't have a clue what I'm doing here. I'm on this lobster boat, you know, crab boat or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. And he figures all that shit out. So, you know, take all the dirty, nasty, shoveling shit out of his show. But That's me. I'm like, I might go grab my chainsaw tomorrow and, you know, try and carve up some shit.
Hell yeah.
Just from
Hell
you
yeah.
making that, you know, just making the tool marks with the chainsaw. It's like, man, that looks awesome. Can I do that? Probably not, you know, but it's worth a shot, you know.
Yeah.
It's snowing. Can you do that some other time? I don't want the ambulance to take too long and get lost.
Hey, you got 10 fingers for a reason. As long as they don't cut off his pecker, he's golden.
Right. Right. Or
that was, yeah. The way that you're explaining that was like how I approached my project when I did my wine caddy video. Mm-hmm. I said to myself, I've only done dovetails a few times. I said, I'm just gonna fucking go for this shit, and I'm just gonna like share basically my journey on this video, and it's either gonna come out like dog shit or I'm gonna pull this together, you know. And I did. You know what I did too? I waited to the very end, like of the challenge date deadline. I had like 6 or 7 days, and I said, I'm gonna do all kinds of crazy shit that I have never done, and I'm just gonna go for it. And it was so much fun, and I was scared, and I was nervous, and I was like excited, and all kinds of shit going through my head. But you know what? I was like, I'm gonna do this shit, and here we are, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was, I was like, I don't give a shit if I fail. I don't care if my dovetail breaks. I don't, you know, I'm going to share this. I'm going to go for it. And if the project comes out good. If it doesn't come out good, at least I shared it, and I'm sharing my journey with everybody, you know?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I was scared. I was scared as shit, dude, doing that video. Like it was totally out of my comfort zone. And I've done a lot of different joinery. I've done a lot of mortise and tenon and stuff like that, but never only dived a few times. You guys saw when I posted that short and those pictures of my dovetails for the first time on Poplar, you know, like I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm practicing. And then 3 or 4 more times I did my video, and I was like, I'm going to go for this shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I was having fun, you know?
That was right about the time that I started like really following the channels and everything like that, and trying to like learn who people were whenever he was doing the contest for the wine caddy and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the hardest thing is to, you know, okay, let's just say dovetails. My very first one, which was back when I was in high school, when, you know, we had stone hat. You know, the first one, that's what I wanted to do, but you almost talk yourself out of it because it seems so intimidating. And then you have to take that step. And regardless if you screw it up or not, you have to take that step, because I'll tell you what, right now I've been playing around with the Japanese sunrise dovetail.
Oh yeah, I want to do that, dude, sometime. That's legit right there.
Right now,
some work.
That thing,
yeah.
That is tougher than woodpecker lips for me right now. But I keep, you know, the thing is that, you know, I'm doing it with pine right now because pine is the cheaper thing to do. And if you screw it up, no big deal. Hey, guess what? I can go with it, or the fire pit. But you got to take that step. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people talk themselves out of something thinking that, oh, it looks so complicated, I can't do it. Once you take the step, and let's say you screw it up. Okay, well, I took the step, but I screwed it up. How can I improve? You want to do it again? You want to do it again? You want to do it again? I've almost got where I'm ready to punch that Japanese sunrise into some of the more expensive to where I'm comfortable with it. So there's nothing wrong with it, you know, but that's the biggest thing. A lot of times,
that's awesome, dude.
Us as humans, we take ourselves out of something before we even try it. So
Japanese sunrise. I'm Googling this.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude. It's crazy.
If it's the same thing I'm thinking it is, that's like a super complicated cut.
It's multiple cuts that are super complicated.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope that it all works out at the very end.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, if you're a gnat's hair off, man, it just bleh, you know, that's all I can. That's my that's my thing. It's just blood, just
Yeah.
There's a guy. Daniel brought. I think Daniel brought him up on one of his lives, like probably 6 months ago, 7 months ago. But it's the guy. He's a guy on YouTube, and he like specializes in sunrise dovetails, and he does like they're legit, man.
Wow.
I know that Katz Moses has done some videos, like some pretty crazy dovetail videos. I don't know if Rob Cosman has done sunrise dovetails, but he does some awesome dovetail work too.
Yeah, the guy that I was following, he's from England.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And that dude just, and this is where we get back to where he's perfected it to the point of, hey, this is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. And he makes it seem so simple. And I'm over here like, yeah, I need to go get my crayons again because I'm my ass beat right now. But hey, good on you, bro.
Yeah, some of these guys are like, oh, just make this cut real quick. And you're like, I don't know if it makes sense.
I'm pretty sure Rob Charlton's saw's made out of like a laser or something because he's cut stuff at angles that like I've put the setup blocks on and I put the jig and everything and laid it up. And then like 2 swipes and he's at depth and he's just ready to go. And he's like, okay, we'll do this side now. And then we'll hit it one time with a chisel. And then like the exact perfect piece is just going to fly out the other side of it. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. How do you do this?
Most of us don't even know the width of the curve of our table saw blade. And like we would have to like pull out a tape measure and like count the tick marks. And some of these guys are like, oh yeah, this Japanese, they pull it off the wall and they're like, this Japanese pull saw is like, 1/64 of an inch, whatever. And if I hug this line right here, everything's fucking watertight.
Like a dolphin's butthole.
And I'm like, I hope I can get it through the planer okay.
Yeah.
I hope I can fit in this 12-inch hole.
I want to give credit to 2 other people who are absolutely fabulous at dovetails, and that is Eric Curtis of N Curtis.
Yeah.
And I have to say this guy, the Bearded Viking, is superb at dovetails as well. Those beautiful, beautiful jewelry boxes, my friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
He yanked that stuff out the other night.
Gotta give him some damn love too, because he is a fabulous woodworker.
That he is. On a live stream, he was building out dovetails and carrying on conversations with people.
Oh yeah, he's magnificent at woodworking.
I love.
The only problem with Daniel,
Ian Curtis
is that he is.
I love it. He's awesome.
Yeah, Ian Curtis is awesome. I'll get back to that in a second. My only problem with Daniel is that he's really playing to the views. I wish that he would get back to cutting some dovetails, showing his true workmanship, really, in some of his videos and some of his lives.
Yeah.
Now, with Ian Curtis, I think I have what we need to build. He built a whiskey shelf or a whiskey cabinet that goes on the wall. Had a curved door.
Yes.
Handboard doors.
Yeah, he did that in the last, say, 2 months, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, so one of us builds a door, right?
I built one.
We send it out to the next person. So let's say I build the door. I send it to Mike. Mike builds the cabinet that it goes to. You know what I mean? Then Ryan builds the shelves or some inlays or something like that. I mean, see what we can come up with there.
That'd be fucking wild, dude.
I would think that something about yay big would be easy enough to ship, not too expensive. So
See, I
love
dude,
his
a tambour door bar in one of my videos, and people were like, "Oh, that's cool. Can you make any more of that fence picket stuff?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
I could
yes,
be like,
and
I could be
Go
like,
ahead.
hey, I cut this fucking, I put this piece of cherry through a fucking planer. I found an alien, right? I found an alien inside the fucking cherry, and here it is. Nothing. If I was like, hey, I cut a fence picket in half and found a fucking, picture of Britney Spears, people are like,
yeah.
Well, I think it's the mindset of that, people, let's be honest, the majority of people that buy something are not woodworkers.
that's true.
So, you make something out of cedar, which I do for my picnic tables, because I'm not going to go buy the more expensive stuff. Let's be honest.
I love working with cedar.
Yeah.
And
Smells good too.
but then when you make something out of zebra wood, and let's say a box out of zebra wood, and you want to charge $150, like, my buddy can make it out of pine, and I'm go have your buddy make it out of pine, because it's going to look like dog shit. And I just don't think people understand the time, the effort, and the wood. So there's that. But I hear you on that, man.
I literally took a piece of like perfect grained ponderosa pine, no knots, straight grain all the way through it.
Wow.
I cut it in 1/4-inch strips, with the downside of each strip had a 5-degree angle on it, so it'd get the curvature, it'd still lock in place. Matched them all up by grain, locked them in place, charred everything, took a wire brush to it, knocked it down to where the actual grain would be forced out like a shishuggi bond on it, lacquered it, everything, flipped it over, still in order, put the entire back of it cast belly leather, except for the dovetails that went through the trails and all that, chiseled and cut the track by hand, wood waxed it, all that, done hand cut dados for the shelf so it would hold 2 whiskey glasses and a bottle of whiskey. The door would slide around, all that, outside everything. I think that video might have got 500 views.
Yeah.
And maybe 3 comments. And they were by these guys.
But
I made a planner with a damn light on top of it, and it got like 10,000 views.
I think a perfect example is, and I know I like to mention him a lot, and I'm sure that because he's been a YouTuber for like 10 years, a woodworker for like 10 years on YouTube, is Bourbon Moth. You don't see any of his old videos. I'm sure that he did smaller shit, but now like he does nothing but big builds, and I'm speaking as myself. I'm a big build guy. It was tough for me to like go to these smaller builds. Like I had to like kind of adapt a little bit because I feel like these bigger channels, what they want to see is big builds because they have a following already. But when you're a smaller channel, you can't always do these big builds like this because nobody's gonna watch all your shit. You have to throw in these smaller builds. You kind of have to adapt. And I love shit like cabinets and real detailed stuff and like raised panel and like mortise and tenon rail and style cabinet doors and things like that. Like that's my jam, and just elevating's my jam. But I also have to see, okay, people are gonna want to see small stuff as well, so I have to blend that in. So that's where I'm at. But it's like it's hard.
Oh, very.
It's hard.
My opinion on it, the average viewer is I think that they're searching, right? Or it's being fed up to their feed or whatever. How can I make money the cheapest way possible? And then they go out to their garage, and I'm not going to say shop because it's still a garage at this point. And they're working off of a couple of sawhorses and a 2x4. Right, so I serve up an assembly table workbench video. They don't give a shit about that because it doesn't make them any money. They want to make quick cash. So they don't care about your beautiful shop cabinets, or even really your beautiful kitchen cabinets. They're like, how can I make a fucking wooden peacock make me
Yeah.
at a flea market, right? They don't care about you're building it on a $500 assembly table that you built that makes it easier for you. I mean, how many of us have built stuff on the floor, and then all of a sudden you build an assembly table or workbench, and you're like, man, why didn't I do this first? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
My shop cabinet builds, it got pretty good views. My assembly table, I took that from John Builds It, and I bought his plans, gave him full credit, built it exactly like he did, using the same hardware, same lumber, same everything, to see if the average person with regular tools could build a YouTuber's assembly table, right? OP table. And I built it exactly like he did. And I mean, we've got decent views. But if I'm gonna, how do I make a squirrel picnic table or gazebo? Because that's what I'm currently doing, is making a squirrel gazebo. Because once they're done eating, they need a place to chill. That'll do way better. I'm guaranteed. And then some guy's going to go up to his garage on his cement floor with his one circular saw and, try and make something. So that's why those videos, I think, do a lot better than the big build, the big kitchen table, cabinets, and, raised panel doors do. Just people know that it's above their skill level. I don't know.
You think it's do you think it's just an intimidation thing, John?
I think it is. It's either they want to make quick cash, they have a few good tools, they want to make some stuff to make some money. What's everybody else making money on? And that's fine. That's great. You can put a bunch of planters in your front yard, and everybody by your house is buying one. That's great. That's going to further along your hobby. But then there's some intimidation. A lot of people are intimidated with drawers. A lot of people are intimidated with, and I built my shop cabinets out of oak 3/4 plywood, but I made sure all the grains matched. So all of my doors and drawer fronts are out of the same sheet. All the grains match. Like,
hell yeah.
It's a very subtle detail because it's just plywood. But people get intimidated. I can't build a kitchen cabinet. Oh yeah, you can, because they're stupid fucking simple, right? And then they're like, oh, I can't build drawers. Actually, you can. Like,
actually, John, I don't mean to interrupt, but I've actually told Brian a few times, because I'm doing a kind of cabinet thing. I really don't build cabinets, and for my laundry room. So I've called Ryan. It's the face framing part that I'm unsure of. The cabinet itself is the carcass is like the face framing, and not Ryan. How many times, Ryan? What, 2-3 times? To get an opinion on it. So it's a little intimidating to me because it's something I've never built before, because the wife laundry room cabinetry in there. So, happy wife, happy life kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, baby, I can do that. And then go back into the corner and I'm like, oh man, I'm so fucked.
Well, and the thing with cabinets is your face frame has to be solid, right? You have to have a little bit of talent in doing your face frame, because that covers and hides everything else. If you leave, an 1/8 inch, or we could go even a 1/4 inch, right? wide on your face frame is going to cover any out of square that you have on your carcass.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you build, your doors and your doors from there. And once you get the carcass built and the toe kit done, throw your tape measure in the trash because you don't need it anymore. Now you're building everything from reference.
Yeah, I think I'm just, fortunately for me, I tend to over-engineer everything at first.
Right.
And like, okay, what's the best way to do this? And then I back to that. All of a sudden, I start over-engineering everything again. And I was like, what's that show? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Hey, hey, Brian. Hey, Brian. And what's killing me the most right now, and I'm better at it because I'm moving along with it. That's after my tables. Is that okay? Stop overthinking it and just get it done because to me it's not. I'm making it harder.
Yeah. Now, like Ryan was saying earlier, when you're looking at waste on the doors, really your doors and your door fronts and whatever, really, that's where your artisan stuff comes out, where you can really make a big impact.
Yep.
When my first face frame, I was like, oh, I'm going to do like half laps, and why? Zap that thing together with a couple of pocket screws, like every other craft.
I don't always like.
But
You know who did you guys, what's his name? Is it East Coast? Not East Coast. East Woodworks. Have you seen that guy? He just did a build with Bourbon Moth. He did his cabinets. He has a very interesting way of how he does his rails and stiles and locks in his center paneling. It's real. I never would have thought of that.
Is that where he stacks the wood up?
No. He cuts everything wild, right? So he locks everything in. All he cares about is everything locking in his mortise and tenons in the center, right? His panels and rabbiting the back and locking all his mortise and tenons in. But he cuts the other parts wild, and he just runs them through his sliding table saw and runs them at the dimension he needs. It's genius. It's crazy.
And he flipped.
If you guys haven't seen, if you guys haven't seen it, it's awesome. And the way he builds his cabinets, not necessarily his carcasses and his toe kick and stuff like that, and his back panel that slides in and whatnot. It's the way he cuts his mortise and tenons as well. He uses a shaper, and he has a feeder, and it's just like he's got a system, and it's like, man, dude, I thought I was like decent. This guy's fucking amazing.
That power feeder he has is a game.
Yeah, dude. When I saw that power feeder on that shaper, I was like losing my mind, bro.
Right?
I was like, oh my god.
And I'm picturing
I was geeking out. I felt like Mike with a hand tool, dude. I was like, oh my god.
I'm picturing my little ass router table with this big power feeder.
Yeah.
What's a power feeder? I never heard of that.
Oh my god, dude. So shapers, if you don't know, it's like an industrial sized router table, basically.
I know what that is.
And you for stuff like that, for doing a mortise like that, you need a power feeder, or it's going to be very fucking dangerous. You have to have a good feather board or a good jig, because
remove some shit.
Yeah.
Well,
so the power feeder is beautiful because it just locks it in and it just like feeds it. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe John can explain it better.
Picture the rollers on a planer. So you feed your wood into a planer, something grabs it and runs it through your cutting head.
Yep.
Same thing on a power feeder, except that it's kind of open on the side and it holds your piece down to the work surface and into the felt. And it just, once it hits that first roller, you let go of it and it just rips it right through.
Yeets it away.
Oh yeah.
And it does it so precise, man. It like I watched it and I was like I told you guys, I was losing my fucking mind.
But if people
losing the fucking mind.
Serious. I was like, this is so beautiful.
This is so beautiful.
The basic power feeder is once you get it started, you just hands off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. My cock.
It's like these people that have these big. It's like these people that have these big panel clamps. You know, you stack all your shit, your doors or whatever in there.
Yep.
Smack a little glue on it. You hit a button and, you know, Here we are with like, well, I've only got, 75 F clamps. I got to hook them together. I got to duct tape some shit. I got to,
You got to MacGyver this death trap.
Right. And just hope that it comes out square and fucking flat.
Yeah. It's not like Chris Devo with his industrial like freaking clamp machine that he could do like freaking 5-foot glue ups and shit.
Oh, it's even worse. The guys that come out with the vacuum bags. They're like, oh, I'm going to glue this thing up. And they like feed it into a huge Ziploc, suck all the air out. And it's like,
Yep.
Oh,
dude,
man.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vacuum bag thing is, it's cool, especially for, lamination. That I've seen. And, but I'm not doing all that. I don't really do laminations per se, but
Oh, not gay.
but it's cool.
There's Juan's page.
Yep, looking up.
He has a what? Chris Devo actually has a power feeder for his bandsaw that's pretty cool too.
Really?
Power feeder.
Yeah,
for
dude.
It.
Yeah.
I just want a good
like,
bandsaw.
Hey, you talk about a guy. Okay, so you talk about a guy that is like ridiculously talented and just sticks to like a certain thing. Like when Chris Devo got into like turning bowls and stuff, those chaos bowls, I was like, holy shit, dude. But that guy is like, he is like absurdly good. He's like, yeah, he's one of the best out there, I'd say. And you don't even get to see it because he likes to do his cutting boards and now his bowls, his chaos bowls and stuff like that. But that guy is crazy good.
Is he the guy in Alaska?
Yes.
Fucking awesome. And that
Dude,
dude blew up fast.
So he posted, he did I don't know if he did like, it was on his like community page when there used to, you know how there used to be community pages and now it's a post page on your YouTube. So he'd been a finish carpenter for like a long time and he's like a really good welder. He's like a jack of all trades really. But dude, his cabinetry is like next fucking level, man. He's like so good. And he's been good since he's been like a kid. Like, yeah.
While we're shouting out other YouTubers, the Swedish Maker. You ever watched his shit?
I've never seen him.
Yes.
That dude
is that the channel name?
Like nobody else.
The Swedish Maker.
Story about his dad and how he was afraid he was going to let his dad down and whatever, and his dad ended up passing away, and he builds a stool. 2 videos before that, he's 3D printing. He's trying to figure out how to thread a dowel. So he 3D prints some shit to thread a fucking dowel, and you don't know. And the video ends, and you're like, man, it was a really good video. Well,
yeah.
2 videos later, he's showing you that the reason he wanted to build this threaded dowel was because he's building a stool. The story on that is heart-wrenching. his dad had passed away, and he'd hoped that he was enough, and the whole 9 yards. And you're like, not only is he an awesome fucking builder, man, his story just sucked me in. It was awesome. And he only posts about once a month. I don't know.
I'm a firm believer that if you want, and this is going to sound kind of like hippie nonsense, sentimental bullshit that I'm not normally on, but bear with me for a minute here. I'm a firm believer that in order to like truly have a passion for your craft or progress in your craft, you have to have your story. Like every once in a while, you're going to have like that one guy that's a savant that's like, oh yeah, I just fucking woke up one day and started cutting dovetails and it was just like some cake shit for me. It just, oh fuck yeah, just that notch. It fits in that notch. I seen the pictures in my head like Rain Man. But I believe if you got like the whole like the passion for it and like a good backstory or a good reason,
oh yeah,
that's kind of like the thing that drives you to do it. And like I can be watching a guy or something like that, and if there's not something other than the woodwork that makes me want to watch them, I'll go to the next fucking channel.
Yeah.
It's like you can sit there and you can be working with fence pickets. And we all know how I feel about fence pickets and people that base their sole entirety around fence pickets. We'll just leave it at that. But if you got a good backstory and I can get behind it and I can relate to it, even like in the smallest way, I'll be like, fuck yeah, man, this guy's got his shit together. I can relate to that. I know why he's doing it. Like, yeah, this fits in. But if you can also be the same guy that's cutting like Japanese sunrise dovetails and a few like, you're just like a pain in my ass and I can't relate to you. And like, I'm trying to find a way to relate to you. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, no, I won't do it.
Right.
Like,
and I'll call out another guy. Who's the fucking whatever?
Yeah, that's the guy, the boss.
He's talented.
Very. He's a fence picket artist, though.
Can't stand his fucking video.
Who we talking?
Huh?
Who was that?
Who's the boss? Who's the boss?
That guy can kick rocks, man. He went after a 13-year-old kid.
Yep.
Back when I'm going down golfing with Daniel, I got his picture on a golf ball so I could smack him in the mouth legally.
Yep.
Like he's.
And,
I called him out in one of my videos. I tagged him in the fucking video where I called him a fence picket artist, and I've never heard anything back from him.
Yep. Oh, no,
Hey, he only responds to you when you're the bearded Viking and you comment on his page.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not above commenting on his page and telling him he's a fucking fence picket wizard. That's exactly how I feel. You don't target little kids that are trying to like better themselves, and they're out there doing the damn thing that we're trying to get them to do.
Yep.
He's just jealous because the 13-year-old is better than him.
Yeah.
Like
my whole thing is who the fuck are you, motherfucker? We're all people, right? Who the fuck are you, dude?
Yeah.
We're on this same fucking rock.
We're all the same people. Even if you're more talented than I am at woodworking, we're all fucking people, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Different stages of our journey. So
yeah. Why can't we all just support each other and just be cool, man? Not a fucking asshole, especially to a kid who probably who probably admires him, dude. Is the fucking crazy part.
Yep. I can't.
Come on.
I can't have that. I don't like it, especially when you attack a little kid. And like I said, golf balls on it, so when I smack it, I go down there with Daniel. At least I can legally punch him in the mouth. That guy just pissed me right the hell off. Bye, man. And
look,
Marco boy,
I'm gonna say it. You know what? Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And
I second that.
Is going to be the next Eric Curtis.
Who's
Building
that?
beautiful fucking pieces. You know what I mean? What's this guy doing? He's building a fucking birdhouse out of a fucking picket. So
Like, I had already built the damn planners. Like, I already had one built. I'd already sold a couple of them. I specifically got to thinking about it because that shit really bothered me for like a while. You can ask Ryan. We talked about it. Like, that goes against like the whole mission statement of my shop. I want to get kids back into this shit.
Oh yeah.
I literally went and made sure he had a video just so I could tag him in a video and say that I used his design, then talk about how it was some weak ass shit and he was a fence picket artist, and then tag him in the description of it, and I still never heard anything back from him.
No, you're not. You're not.
Hey, you're not because you don't have almost 200,000 subscribers like Daniel. Then he'll fucking respond to you.
He can,
right?
Never mind.
I mean, he can eat shit and bark at the moon as far as I'm concerned. I'm not, it's cool. Yes, I do stuff out of fence pickets because, my chick-nick tables, let's be honest, but I also do high-end other stuff. It is what it is. But, and I want to say he does kind of cool stuff, but you don't chastise or belittle a 13-year-old kid, like you said, getting kids back into this thing so they're not tethered to the Xbox and to, things like that. There's actually hands-on craftsmanship. And this guy here kind of, insulted the kid. And honestly, I love the fact Barndo Boy basically threw him the double birds without saying it. He just went, whoop, I'm going to do my videos anyway and move on. And guess what? A lot of people went over there and subbed to him. And there's a lot of people taking, subs off of his channel. I unsubbed that bitch. I ain't going to lie. It pissed me off.
I'm going to tell you, I stayed
I never even was sub to him.
I stayed sub so I could give him the negative fucking comments of, I think a 13-year-old boy could build it better.
Oh, that is freaking.
What got me is one of his most recent videos is like, he builds a cleat wall and he talks about the benefits of having a cleat wall so you can like have it for all your storage. Whenever I've seen the guy use like a miter saw and a nail gun and a glue bot, but like all along his like cleat wall that I'm sure that his sponsors paid for and everything like that, he's hanging these chisels that still got like the factory edge on them and all these like hand tools that he's never going to use on any of his fence picket work. And it just, I don't know, it kind of just pissed me off a little bit. Like, I'm not going to say the guy's not a woodworker. Obviously he is, but he could take that same, God forbid I'm going to say this, he could take the same skill that he uses for using on fence pickets, apply himself a little bit more and put it towards like lumber, like real lumber, maybe actually like planing down and refining his own lumber, showing that he's actually can do some stuff like that. And like he would have at least like my recognition that he's a fucking woodworker. But no, he literally in one of his videos shows that he buys pallets of fence pickets so he can knock out planters and other goofy little shit. And then he wants to roast a 13-year-old kid because like this kid's actually using table saws and band saws and like cutting stuff down from rough blocks of lumber and shaping wood into usable stuff. So yeah, he stepped on a nerve. He can eat my ass.
Maybe his biggest sponsor is a fence picket company. I don't know.
I think his biggest sponsor is probably a douche company.
I think the fact that he's inspiring a kid like that and then stepping on him like he's a piece of fucking trash, I think that's a shame, because in my opinion, this right here, this whole community right here is inspire and be inspired. Yeah. It can be like that. And I don't know what you guys all do for a living. I mean, I know some of you get what you guys do for a living, but I'm in the trades, and I can tell you for myself that the trades are dying. The skill levels are dying.
Yes,
we want to inspire these young kids to get out there and just learn. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a carpenter or a woodworker or this or that. Just as long as you're getting out there and you're just doing something that you really love to do and want to get better at, Not shitting on a kid for being inspired by something that you do. saying he's a copycat and all this shit. Why don't you just be happy at the fact that he's a kid that looks up to you and thinks the world of your videos, not just saying, man, why are you copying my stuff? That's not cool. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, and it just the fact that he's a kid is, if he was a grown man, it'd be a different story, or a grown woman. But like the fact that he's a kid and he stepped all over him just shows what type of character he has. You know?
Dude, I don't care if I had 18 subs and a kid had like 5,000 subs. Let's just use those numbers for reference. And a 13-year-old kid like used my idea. Hell, he could copy my exact thumbnail and draw fucking dicks flying out of my head like a rocket. I wouldn't care. I would be honored just for the fact that I inspired somebody at that young of an age to do something other than like punch their dick and play video games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, this guy wants to roll up and be an epic fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And hurt the fucking calls everybody else was working for.
It's a shame. It's just a shame, you know.
100%.
Regardless of your success, how successful any of us become on this platform of YouTube, you got to remember who you are and remain who you were before this. You know, that's what people are gonna like. They're not gonna like this or that. They're gonna like the person that they got to know and the journey that they got to experience with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
That's the real shit right there. Not like shitting all over people and like, oh man, I got 1 million subscribers, but I'm a piece of shit. You know, those people that look up to you and watch your stuff and support you are what helps you get to where you're at. So don't forget that. That support is the most important part, and especially if they get the chance to get to know you. Might not want to shit all over them,
Yep.
Might want to get to know their name and might want to find out if they're a cool person or not, right?
Right.
Just my opinion.
And how good of an opportunity for Who's the Boss to reach out to Barndo Boy, do a collaboration.
Yeah.
Build that thing. I mean, the opportunity that he had to scoop up some of the kids' audience. Perfect.
Exactly. If he would have been positive about it, you know how many kids would have been like, oh, man, this guy's so cool. Man,
Yep.
Yep.
That would be, yes, I agree with you, man. That would be, if he did that, I'd get some respect back on that. But right now, I'd punch him in the mouth if I saw him, but I can't legally do that. But that's why I'm going to punch him in the mouth, because I have his face on a golf ball. So
it's just not good politics. It's not.
Yep.
It's not good for the craft. It's not good for the community. And I mean, we're sitting here babbling about it like a council, like we're in charge of something. But no, I mean, how many people did he turn away from this? How many kids? Like you said earlier, the tradesmanship is dying. Like there's not a lot of people doing this shit anymore. But there's really especially not a lot of people doing this shit anymore.
Yeah.
It really is. I know carpenters. Yeah. I know carpenters, and I'm not this isn't me talking no trash, man. I know a lot of carpenters that don't even know how to use a tape measure.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking, I'm not throwing shade on them, but that's just an example of what's coming, sadly. I'm the type of guy because I'm a third generation carpenter. I take so much pride in my shit, man. I work tirelessly to elevate it, not only as a carpenter, but as a person, because you represent what you are and what you do. And I try to do the same with my YouTube, and I try to show everybody who I am. That's who I want to be. I want to just keep elevating, and I want to keep inspiring people. And that, just seeing stuff like that, man, it's just like, God.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
when people say, you know what I've encountered a lot in my career, and I'll share this with you guys and your wife too, and all the people watching, is I've had so many people tell me, why do you need to learn that? And I don't say anything negative to them at all. And you know what I say in my head? Why don't I need to learn that? Why don't I? What's it gonna hurt if I want to learn that? What's it gonna do that's bad for me? You know? Why shouldn't I want to elevate and get better? Because the more you elevate in my trade, the more I elevate, the smaller the gap I close on me getting to the top and being up, like, you know, being special, being unique, being being a bad motherfucker.
And that's why some framers
That's the real shit right there. My industry is like cutthroat as it can be, you know?
Yeah.
It's super cutthroat. Like, I got 5,000 other guys and women too that want my job. And I'm not an asshole. And I know journeymen that don't want to teach people. They're like, fuck that kid. I don't want to teach him. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to teach that kid as much as I can. Like today, for example, I was doing all the layout, because I do all the layout for the jobs and layout everything, and I run everything too. But like, I was teaching this kid step-by-step layout because I had some time. I was like, I'm going to teach this kid some stuff. I'm going to really make sure he understands it. And it feels so good to be able to pass knowledge on to somebody like that, you know? It's such a beautiful thing to be able to do.
Well, and think about it like this. You can't elevate to your next step if you haven't trained a guy to take the steps that you're doing now.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You train somebody to do the layout, that opens up room or gives you time or whatever it is for you to start doing the next level.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a mechanic by trade, and a diesel mechanic. If I don't train a guy to do the oil change, I'm going to keep doing the fucking oil change because they need somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And if I want to get into rebuilding engines and stuff, that's what I have to learn next. But I have to train somebody to do what I've been doing, you know, in order for the flow to work right.
Yeah, in my line of work, I'm a government contractor, and I run a huge supply chain for a company, and you know, my purchasing people, my receiving people, my subcontracts, you know, I have all that knowledge. I go through a lot of government audits, which is right now that's up in the air considering the situation. But anyway, I tell them that I'm going to train you to take my job, and let me tell you why. You know, if I walk out of my front office and I get struck by lightning, someone's got to take the mantle.
That's it.
And you know what? I'm not scared. I'm not scared that you take my job. I want you to take my job so I can move up, and that's what I've done. And I've built I've basically built the company that I'm with for 20 years. And I took a person that knew nothing about the business, now a manager for other departments, because I passed that knowledge off to her because I wasn't scared of it. And some people, I think that's what it is. Some people get scared that, oh, if I train him how to be as good as I am, oh, they're going to take my job and I'm out in the field. Well, that's not the attitude to have.
So you're in government contracting. I did 22 years in the Army. I had to train. You have to train two people at the rank before you to get to the next one, basically. You know?
Yep.
So, or you're just not going to move because you have to be there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I took this one particular person, and now we're going years ago. She started at like $50 an hour. Now, again, 20 years ago, which 20 years ago, $15 an hour was good. You know, she's making, you know, back then to right now, she's running right around 150 grand a year now. And,
I'm sorry, that wasn't 20 years ago. That was 12 years ago, 12 to 15 years ago. Anyway, from $15 an hour, she's running at $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
And
heck yeah.
It's because I passed on that knowledge to her. I sent her her on a year's worth of seminars paid for by my overhead, my company, to become better at what she does. And right now she is, like my right arm, if you will, in the company, because I got other things to chase. And, your analogy of the oil change to, training somebody so you can get out of there and do your thing. It's the same thing. I don't want to do oil changes all my life. Well, I got someone that can do that, and in my business now I have someone that can run a department that I trust. And if there's something that she can't handle, she knows to bring it to me, and we'll sit down, we'll talk about it, we'll analyze it, and we'll figure out the best path. But it just makes me feel good that I brought up 6 people over 15 years, didn't know the business, that are now making $150,000+ a year because I trained them my way. I trained them the correct way. I sent them to school. I sent them to do things. And I literally had one person say, "Hey, aren't you worried that I'm going to take over your job?" I was like, "I want you to take my job, please."
Right.
Please, because I'm going to retire eventually, which I'm in the midst of it now. Or, hey, if I get hit by lightning, like I said, the company's still got to move on, and it's still got to produce, which means you have to step up and produce based on what I've taught you in order to keep the machine rolling is my best way to put it. So, I'm absolutely all about that. And, same thing, like you said, Brian, it's, I'm not going to teach him why. Are you that scared that you are worried about your level isn't that good? If you're confident in your level of where you're at, you're not scared about the person you're training taking over your job. That's a fact.
You want them to take over your job so you can take over the next job that you're looking at.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Who is Jessica Brewer?
That's my wife.
Oh. She's like,
wait for Ryan to read stuff.
Damn it, Mike. I called my tool epic, but it does the job.
I was referring to Ryan's comment there.
Oh, my.
No.
What's up, Boondock?
It's why we're talking about it, and it kind of relates back full circle. That Eric Hollenbeck dude that I was talking about, the Blue Ox from Eureka or whatever. I was watching a show. He said something last night, and it relates more to this subject more than anything that I could think of. You're not gonna be. You can't take this shit to the grave with you and feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
A year ago, out in the Midwest, they were excavating it was some kind of like building. They were doing some digging, and they found an old ass wagon wheel. This thing dated back to like the late, like I think it was like the late 15th century, right before like the 1600s. And upon further examining that, they found out that it had ball bearings around where the axle would go.
Oh, no shit.
We didn't put ball bearings in anything as a civilization until the 1800s. That means that somebody knew that putting balls around an axle would make it work better and smoother and all that shit. And then they were a stingy prick, and they took it to the fucking grave with them, and they set the human race back 200 years.
I don't think that we are the first sophisticated
All right, guys, I'll be back in
set
just
of people.
bring the drum.
Probably not. But you can't. You got to pass this shit on.
Yeah.
We're never going to be perfect at it. We're never going to be as great as the guys that were like that had to do this on a daily just to make the shit work. And it gets watered down a little bit every generation. And if we don't try to like pass it on, it's not gonna be there by the time that my grandkids roll around.
Think about the day in the future when the dovetail is considered at the same level as like a square peg.
Right.
When they're like, oh, look at this archaic fucking order method, right? They had some pins and some tails, and they smacked it together, and then they called it the dovetail, and everybody thought it was marvelous. And what are they going to come up with next?
Right.
What was he talking about? The sun one?
Sunrise,
the Japanese
dovetail.
sunrise dovetail. It's fucking psychotic looking.
It's crazy.
Maybe that's the next standard dovetail. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't cut a fucking moon ray fucking dovetail in your shit. Like, what are you, like 13?
Fucking dick.
I don't know. I mean, we started out life with square nails, right?
Got him. For the old school shit.
Somebody's going to be holding up. They're going to be holding up a DeWalt planer, and they're going to be like, look at this antique fucking piece of shit.
God, I hope my bloodline continues because we'll love that shit. Some crackheads always want to sell their granddaddy's tools.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I know Jeff proved that, huh?
Ah, fuck, dude. I've still got those screenshots. I've saved them to my photos.
They're burning in your mind.
That fucking Type 15 Model 7 was.
Yeah, he sent those to me. He sent those to me, and I was like, I got to send these to Mike. Yeah.
The thing was a thing of beauty.
I'll send them. I'll send them to you, John, and you, Rich. I'll send them both to you guys.
Now, keep in mind, it's me. You know, I mean, I'm like a teddy bear under this flannel. Let's just throw that out there. Laying in my bed, all sprawled out, man nipples, semi-erect, pillow behind my head, hair crazy, phone dings. I pick it up. It's Ryan, and it's just these 4 pictures. And it's these exact pictures that he's sending you. Now look at the wall behind me and look at these photos he's sending you.
Okay, hey, Mike, if you take that shirt off, do you have enough hair to look like a throw rug?
Dude, if I take this shit, I got enough hair on my ass to weave an Indian rug.
Yeah.
And without looking at, like, I couldn't pull up and zoom in on the stickers or tags or anything. I seen the first picture and I was like, oh man, that's a Type 15 number 7 Stanley Sweetheart. And then Ryan's like, I fucking knew it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And those are pictures of, like, what are those, rabbit planes?
Yeah,
I think
dude.
the second one down with the metal guard is a rabbit trowel plane. That one I think is made by Ernbach. Then there's a couple of them with the horns, like these EC Emmerichs. Those are made in German-occupied France during World War II.
Shit, wait. Is that one made out of a fence picket?
No, they're real craftsmen that made those, you fuck.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
so 100 years ago, the guy come out in the town square, he threw down a box, he was like, all right, you want to make $100 out of two? We're going to take this fence picket and make it into a fucking plane. 1950s YouTube.
That would be even more funny if
I'll tell you what, John, you are a funny fucking dude.
So you 2 fucking guys come over here and watch me turn this fucking thing into a box, and I was going to put a fucking flowers in it. It's going to be fucking great. Everybody come watch. Put it in the fucking window. They'll love it.
oh my god. Oh, geez. That is so funny.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, you guys are both killing me, man. I'm about to cry over your shit. Oof.
Boondock, I braided my hair probably about a week ago. It's pretty cool looking. It was way longer than I thought it was. Not my penis.
Oh,
Who do we have here?
Who do we have here? Richard. Yo!
I think I found the right person. Hopefully I did.
So I think what I'm going to do, if anybody's watched any of my videos lately, I'm doing a lot of acrylic router templates. I'm going to create a template that has a very slight curve to it. And I'm going to use that as a clamping jig. And I'm going to build a curved door. Just a slight curve. And I'm going to send it to one of you guys. See if you can make a case to put that door on. I don't know. I think we need to revisit this community project thing.
Yeah.
Some countries, they call that herpes.
Herpes. Yeah.
Herpes.
Herpes. The fuck?
we got Daniel on.
You got Daniel on.
Oh, Daniel came to hang out.
Yeah, the big man, the big kahuna's on.
Big kahuna.
He wasn't here when we was giving him his flowers. He's got to play the live back later.
Oh, man, and there's Plywood, the guy with the best name on YouTube.
Yeah. We were talking about that last time. Like, how the fuck did you get that? Not like Plywood 1446-8 or some shit. Just straight up Plywood.
I tried hardwood, but it banned me for a minute, so.
My PlayStation name is Funky Snuggle Nuts. Gonna syphilade.
Well, geez, I got two names now. I have Moyak Scorpion, and then you guys jumped on the Mycock, so I guess I got
Mycock.
It's called Mycock Scorpion, or Mycock Bald Scorpion. I don't
Mycock and bald.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna have to jump off in about 5 minutes. Do you want to keep this rolling, and I'll just leave it on?
Yeah, I'll keep it rolling for a few minutes.
Okay.
And I'll send them out, and we'll call it a night after that. It's been a pretty good night. Shit, we've already been on it for 3 hours.
I wonder if you'll be able to end the stream, or if it'll keep going.
I don't know. We'll fucking figure it out.
All right.
I'm ready to jump out if it doesn't keep going. So.
All right, hold on. If it happens to terminate whenever Ryan dips out, just in case. Love y'all. Have fun. Pants down, then shit. We'll see you guys back here next Saturday.
All
right. Thanks everybody for coming. All that cool stuff. All right, Ryan, do your business.
I'm gonna head out. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks Rich for hanging out. Thanks Steve.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks John and your wonderful wife for hanging out, and obviously Mike, of course. But I'm
Nice
gonna head out.
You,
I'm gonna go get some pizza with my family.
Thank your wife too.
John says thank you. She smiled. You guys have been wonderful. She blushes.
She blushes.
She blushes. I'm gonna head out, but you guys keep it going, and hopefully we'll see what happens. There, everybody.
All right, fuckers, you're all mine now.
He's like, I control this shit.
I don't know how to do a damn thing in here, so where the settings are at, that's where the fuck they staying.
Well, hey, he made Barndo Boy a moderator. He can just, ban all of us.
He probably could. I mean, I'm a walking dose of sacrilege. I don't know if I can do this or not. Oh God. Recording?
Oh, we got Ricker in here now.
Fucking Ricker.
Yeah, here it comes.
Hey Ricker, check out my cock. It's hairy.
Yeah, well, the razor was today, so it's is what it
I don't
is.
believe in him.
Well, you have planes that are very sharp, so I can see a block plane going across the old mice nuts.
Mice nuts.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen them, so I'm just saying, bro.
You want to?
I'm giving you hope.
Let me get up here.
Oh, no.
She's like, no.
Oh man.
Oh God. No. Wow.
Oh, that's so fun.
I forgot she was here for a minute. She's like, no.
Hell, she lit up.
Tell the man to put his balls away.
Hey, she lit up a cigarette and was like, "Okay, I'm just waiting."
Fucking let's roll with it.
I went through 22 years of him being in the Army. There's nothing you guys can say that I haven't heard already, but I want to see it.
Later, Ryan.
Damn, Ryan leaves, and all of a sudden, this just goes woo.
Yeah, like we were kind of keeping it G-rated, but shit went south real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Nah, Ryan's good people, honestly.
There's Ricker. He already jumped on it. There.
Oh, of course. Robert's back. No, Ryan was one of the first people after Daniel told me to like shoot for it and go for the whole YouTube thing and all that stuff. Yeah. Ryan and Ardito, like Ryan messaged me like immediately. I think we were still in the chat, and he messaged me and actually got a hold of me and started like giving me tips and shit. And he hadn't been on his channel that long at all. And like immediately after that, Ardito got a hold of me, and like ever since then, the three of us have kind of like been thicker than thieves, like working in like a dirty triangle. But we're all the time like bouncing stuff off each other and stuff like that. And I don't know, like there's not a whole lot of like woodworking talked about on these Saturday night streams, but it's just a good way for everybody to like kind of kick back and relax and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kind of value Ryan as probably one of my best friends. It's kind of weird because he lives on the other side of the fucking continent, but
Well, actually, he's further away from me than you.
Yeah.
And I love Ryan to death, and I sent him some things because I wanted to do it. I didn't have to do it, but I did anyway, just because I do think that. And, because I believe in him, and he's just a genuine cool dude. And we text every now and then, or phone call or whatever, man. And like I said, beginning of the live, it was I got to meet a lot of people through the Bearded Viking, which is that's where it all came down to. And I will always say that is, that's what I love about him, is how he brought the community more so together. I can't believe that he ain't, at 800 subs right now, but it's going to get there.
Yeah,
and
I have no doubt that he'll get there.
Yeah, but that's the cool part, because honestly, I wouldn't be on a live chat with you, John, Steve, Ryan, whatever, without that guy. So a lot of respect and love to him.
Yep, he's a good dude. And like I didn't know, not till probably a couple months ago, like the whole deal with like his dad being like just the badass carpenter that he was, and like woodworker and all that. And like the more and more he got to talking about him, I was like, maybe he's just kind of like blowing it out of proportion because it's his dad and stuff like that. Because like most dudes, like they want to be like their dad, but no, like his dad was a straight up hard ass. And like he knew what he done, and he knew how to do it. So Ryan's doing his best to like make things happen the same way as Dad did. And I mean, you can't do anything except for respect that.
Nope, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and it's you know, it's just awesome that, you know, it's awesome for his dad to teach him, and it's even awesome that Ryan was receptive to do that. And I've always said, you know, today's kids are, you know, raised by Xbox, and you know, have them read a tape measure is almost an act of God, you know, that kind of thing. So
that's why tape measures nowadays actually have it written on there, 1/4, 3/8, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. I agree with that. It's just crazy to me in a sense, but it is what it is. Technology is, you know, because you know, I didn't have it back in my day, and thank God, because I tell you what, man, a lot of shit I did when I was younger before the internet. Thank God it ain't on the internet. But,
dick pics in Taiwan.
You know, but it's, you know, and it's cool to be able to talk to people using the technology like you, John. First time I've met you, like live or whatever. Mike, you know, mine's been through the YouTube thing, but I get to see you live. You know, Ryan and I have texted, Daniel, you know, some other guys and gals, and I think it's just an absolute. It's a wonderful tool for that. And like this get together is just freaking awesome, and I love it. I really do. And you guys are killing it. And you know, I'm going to talk to a buddy of mine that's Mr. Technology, and you know, I might get to doing some videos. Not sure yet. Just the couple I have, or just the couple I have, and it is what it is. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because I got a lot of stuff going on right now.
I'm not a super technologically advanced guy. My daughter kind of had to show me how to use like the record function on my camera and all that stuff. So like technology is not my thing, as you can tell. So one of the things, like I said in the last video or the last stream, that I'm working on that I want to do better is I want to make the lighting and the sound and the actual quality of my videos not look like I'm, you know, fucking smoking crack behind a dumpster somewhere. I want it to look like it's an actual video, like updating like the lighting and everything like that. So what we were talking about at the beginning of the video, for the past couple of days, and I'll give you guys a sneak peek because there's only like 17 or 18 in here right now. I've been working on my entire shop because it's not a big shop at all. Like, of course, we got the whole cleat wall with all my hand tools and all that cool shit, and I organized the lumber and all that stuff. But I got these bright ass UFO lights that Daniel told me to get and all that cool stuff. Oh shit, nope, turn it back on. But done the whole bench thing. This is all modular. It rolls around, and then I got like a couple of these photo lights to update the lighting. I got the Hollyland mics and all that stuff like that, just to like try to make it, I don't know, a little bit more enjoyable for people that want to like watch the videos. Got some diffusers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get all into that, me personally, but I
keep talking.
I can see why they do. And you know, you guys put out, like I said, you know, all you guys and gals put out, you know, really cool videos. I'm just not I don't know, maybe I'm just not comfortable in front of a camera type setting doing stuff or whatever. Plus I'm busier than a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest, but it is what it is. But you know, when Ryan hit me the thing, you know, earlier, hey man, you want to jump on this live? I'm like, wow, man, I was kind of honored with that. I was like, why in the hell would you have me on here? You know, have this guy or this guy or this gal or this gal or whatever.
YouTube cuts us a credit if we start bringing in members of the senior citizen community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And but I mean, it was cool having a great time. Really, to be honest with you, actually, it kept me from going to Sand City right now because I didn't really want to go to Sand City tonight, and I get to hang out with all these cool people, and got John over here with his wife, and we're over here just you know, bunch of people hanging out, having a good time.
No, we've been bouncing around for a while. We wanted to make a list of people that we wanted to bring on the live just to like shoot the shit with, people that we thought would be cool to have on the live. Like we said, it's kind of like a big hangout session. You get to pick each other's brains on the whole, I guess, like the culture and the topics of the woodworking and stuff like that. And like you guys were on the list. And I mean, on my end, it's pretty cool to put like a name or a face with the screen name and an actual name that people are calling. So like I can actually call people by their name now and not like my cock and stuff like that. But I'm probably still going to call you my cock.
You're not going to stop saying that. Let's be honest.
Probably not. Probably not. My cock's here.
And the other thing is that you want to put this ugly mug to that name. Oh my God! You know, I guess Richard. My name's Richard. And it's a circle of life. Richard.
It's a circle of fucking something.
My brain just associated your face with my cock.
Did it? At least it didn't associate his face in your head with my cock. That'd be kind of fucking weird.
Yeah. Geez. I don't even know what to say that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, guys, it is 10:20. We've been at this for almost 3.5 hours now. It's currently like 27 fucking degrees here.
Yeah.
And I got to go in and beat my kids into submission and put the little one to bed. He's sketchy. He steals. He might have a switchblade. I don't know. But everybody in the chat, you guys, it's been an honor. I really like hanging out with you guys. Pretty cool. I'll hang out with anybody I can call my cock in public. Ma'am, it was very nice meeting you. I'm sorry that these guys are such foul-mouthed assholes.
She's worse.
She looks like she's sketchier than hell.
Yeah.
I cut a motherfucker.
I'll stab a bitch.
What was that? You stab a bitch?
Even going to go.
You fit right in.
Yeah.
Amy Jo, Kimber, Ricker, Boondock, Kizzy, fucking course, Kizzy's here. Kat, everybody's in the chat, throwing there, stuff like that. Thank y'all for coming. Thanks for hanging out for the duration. I know this has been a hell of a long one. So
thanks for having me on, John and ma'am. Thank you for being on. You know, you too, Mike. It's been fun, obviously, and you know, there's John with the there he is again. But hey, thanks for having me on tonight, man. I really appreciate it, and it's been an honor. And love you guys, and I'll hopefully chat to you soon.
All right. If there's anybody in the chat here, get a hold of me if you'd be interested in coming on one of these lives, shooting the shit with us, hanging out in your shop for a little bit, all that cool stuff. Other than that, I already said it once, but I guess that was a false start and a promo for the run. So peace. Love y'all. On behalf of me and Ryan, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We're out.
Later.
I forgot to shut this fucking thing off now. Later, y'all.